the citizens' power. Citizen TV, 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 the citizen.
System no ma wan kasa hu say o mema USP ye wa aya men vital afi wo spam no so no e ma hoden sonkokura ebem ye wa aya slim eno so wunum bia e bia wa hwe wa fu aya boboyo wa ye kesi boni bi boboyo no aya slim len trimi na NCS na FFF kama was 100% chemical free, FDA approved. After 0508 758701 0508 758701 and now says 0538 0533 836195 0533 836195. Them say me no fit jump. I was for me question to Rejaba. Me buy ye be kejagum over the weekend. MPP parliamentary premise. Me be suja egum. Incumbent 28 and a lose. And this na 16. Enti yankwa Ashanti region my Elisha Darko senior reporter e wo menhia himfie. E dia na ekoso ho no mo senior wi ma han.
Na mejoso
na dia na ekoso menhia himfie me hu chema wuntumi me hu o se chema sabonsu me hu MPP mpanifo pi menhia te sei
yo na sabe me ka say de case no say umde ni nyina abawieye e wo menhia himfie na ni sofa mu nyina na say nananom abo ensem a ebeto mani mo no egu ai so mo abstract out ma etwemu fa say asem no ini hobiem emu ayo ma hye chema wuntumi say eduabo no obo ene de onko no onko dane na efa no pa na mo no bo be say 1040 ana chema wuntumi any party mo empanifo a omo eda partner no e wo national omo nyina bepiem e wo menhia ahimfi a omo eba be say o chema wuntumi ensan beto odwa e say awagasa no agasa no ne kingdom e wo asantemantim ho na so nso no osimfo e kan bibi na wo say wona nya agena ono nso e be hye na agene no ono eho asem no omo baaye na penfum baby ay Ashanti regional minister Timo Osemensa chief tenancy minister Asamo Boaten majority leader Ose chairman Sabonso national chairman the NPP am Yukono 7 in general secretary Justin
Uni Elisha meba video ya odi abremi chairman wuntumi e share political suit right ena one e say video afri menhia ho enti empanifo no omudi na chi no na asoa kuntunkuri no o ma so anto medi na chi no eti yabusuafo wa wunya hunu video no chema wuntumi NMPP regional minister chief tensi minister no ne mpanimfo kaye e comment share himfe no join me Facebook Accra 100.5 Elisha da kwada room the videos na ba na menshare himfe wo chia himfo no ene se de bibia e koso no Facebook se wo join me a na share na hunu de e koso chema wuntumi kopie mo menshia no de e koso afei senior carry on.
It is happening for you now. Any time I want to be PM, I will mention you see an opening about best at 10:40. No mobile and another security party. I mention I try to pop up. And you'll be on as a Bema. I'm aware baby Moko cancer. No, mention UP gate one more security for her. After you pursue where be Moka security for her as a 40 a figure for and an airport by one of my city when you are in and a party and ma and so HE. Eba menshia yifia omu nyina so eba behwe de ekoso sabe ameka se kwa menshia yifia na bigina asem no mudiwe no enche bia ni afi kwa ne bimu no efifia no ma omu eko mi ahodo omu efi ba ye na anopede mu no chama wuntumi oba na se enim no ayebusan kakra de wo hwe selosi bana na o chiachia na nso no wo ni dimi na de na ayebusan kakra wo de eba ahimfie ni na omu ba ye no mbesa sana na nam se dabi wase na nanom o moda feku ahodo ano no mko meeting ti mo tren kakra besesima adie no ana nanom mo eda feku ano no ekwohye edam ye meeting mo be na afei o mo frɛ kokoso hene na na kokudi ya sɛ ono ana de asɛm na banti ponim kro enkyerɛ enkyerɛ council no ye ekoso a na masabi ma be pie mu wɔ ahemfie ni na kokudi ya ebo na mane ekyekire mu sɛ NPP o mo ye betten na BBSC chama wuntumi ana afei organizer wo menshia south entem normal wuntumi kwaka bi na no kwaka se wono akasa no woni kingdom e wasantemantim ha ono no otumfo ka bibi kwa na so na nya adwena obekyeche na adwene e wo sasem ne hom e ma akire kwampo no general secretary e de ma party no e flare wono ohene no anafe chama wuntumi ofo so e ma chama wuntumi e flare ensuo antoa de bodia e sa sasem no won kan na afi nso no ene dia so sa won kan ya india no enkunom na afi nso se na no ana election so ono so ediani nkono no fa ni manso na aso eti na no o ma ne kwan ma cheche ni se mu a ma de tuja se ono kwa no o wa dance fo a o do ma ba metuna be girem na o ma cheche nsem no mu e da che na nanom e wo traditional council nanim na ono ka se ni de ni wie no no ma chama wuntimi so e ba ye na on so cheche ni se mu obo ni nsam no so a be cheche mu se one day o kan se o kingdom mum na kingdom no kan no an ka se santi kingdom ne mum meeting na no machia wo dem ho na no moye no ana je say edem wo na so ya original chairman isim no edem wo no machia no ho ne kingdom wo na efe ni wo eni no kingdom no eni dem ho no a na be odi kan wo say otumfo ka bibi a ono wo ne nya adwuna obeje che na adwuna so da bi asam ne de orentimi pie ni free na no ma fi say ono ojeba bi ko no bo otumfo din a obonu mu afi ansa na wakasa edi asam ne de ontimi kan da ese otumfo e ka bibi betimi aka ajeche na adwene e wasa ensam ne ho na eduabani de chama untumi agitum se ne kra oboy se asem ne ba asa no a omode so ne so no na wo tane wo hwie nyeye enti na wo se obodua no wofon so e de pa no ho se asasem no won kan
okay Elisha chi break mame wo se chama untumi gina hemfo na anim na asem a wo kan ye ne se won kan se wo kingdom Ashanti region na emom no ba bia ne nhyamude ne koso no vete no koso no wo kire wo mo se ho ye ne kingdom
sabe na wo kan no
hey okay to aso
edi o jeche mu sasem na ekoso na no on de na ofese opa no ho efiri sasem no ho eni na obodua no na de oba no so de enukre wabo enti okasa wie no anananom bansama hene ana esrejemu na ohwe aka asem no ma na no feku ahodo a omo ho no akonya so obi a che na adwene emfa sasem esin ho no nanom bi chiro madwene echeche se oh chama wuntumi abeka se asem no wontimi nkan one day omjidi se wontimi nkan so fi se asantemantem ha no no omunyine so betima obi betima akogina ba bi aka se oh ni kingdom asantemantem ha na mbum ohia se chama wuntumi kan no kingdom ne de ebia no refer to be bia no wahia na mbum nya asantemantem ya nyina anana woka kingdom no ho atem amana na ba kokwa ekekire mu se wo hye dictionary no mu kwampa yo kingdom of lebe yo political kingdom yo nanano so kingdom ho no ma no so muka ho asem ento wonde munyini se asem no chama untumi e ka santema semu ha no ana woni kingdom wa ha nipa do na hyehyɛ ma gye nemo eduapa no die omo condemn sɛ nya de sɛ ni kwa sɛ chama wutumi obodua fi sɛ edua no obo ani kwa na akwa etendua obodua de twintwa ho kwan pa twintwa wan kasa ho nemo gase bi a sɛ enipa no wonka no da so a enku no nense enku ne man ka ho edua no obo ani de omo na nya agene ayɛ sɛ no so omo condemn no ana wa hene no nso ono sɛ woba menhyɛ south ono ana yɛ council of elders omo chairman ɛwɔ hɔ no mo agye sɛ MPP amu yiko no odi ma kwetena wasari wɔ hene ɛno na no mo kyɛ sɛ wohwɛ ɔman
unim baabi Elisha ɛyɛ Ghana fo na kakra una wo kumase ya ensem we ba yɛ last week na wɔ hɔ wohwɛ last week sɛdeɛ nananom na abufuo wɔ mu na wɔn mo kasa kansɛm ɛne ɛnɛ wɔn mo tena asie mu a wontumi ɛne MPP fo ekopie mu hɔ na nananom ahụ keka te sɛ
nanu dia ne na ɛyɛ sonko nananom ɛbla ɔmoma kokoso hene ebie na no ɛkyekyɛ ne nsɛm wieyɛ na chamba wontumi so bɛkyekyɛ ne nsɛm wieyɛ no afei deɛ na nananom akoma akɔfam kakra wohɛ ankane no last week omuko hyiaeɛ na nananom akoma wɔsoro no this time round ne deɛ nananom akoma ɛwɔ fam kakra bi sɛ chamba wontumi no ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɔne deɛ saa kingdom no wɔka no
ɛnyɛ Asantema kingdom okay enti kokoso hene no you know aka council of elders ono na wɔyɛ chairman na wɔda ano no sɛdeɛ wukyerɛ mu ka no ensam ɔno nko ana kan oni adansefoɔ ɛwɔ baabi a ne nhyiamudie na akɔso chairman wuntumi ɛka sansɛm no wɔ hɔ no na sɛ ɔhene no nko anu mu nsɛm ɛna chairman wuntumi nso anu mu nsɛm ɛna ahemfo no gyina so mu di buae
deɛ ɔmo no na kokoso hene kyerɛ sɛ wɔn deɛ wɔwɔ adansefo bebrebe a wɔdɔm aba a wɔbɛtumi ama wɔn aka no mu abɛdi adanseɛ nanso nananom kyerɛ sɛ wɔn deɛ wɔn mpɛ so mɛkyi asɛm no kyan ɛnti kyama wɔntumi adansefoɔ kokoso hene dansefoɔ wɔn amfo bu biara ɛsɛ wɔn na wɔmɛdi adanseɛ nanom kyerɛ sɛ wɔn mpɛ so mɛkyi asɛm no ɛso koraa wɔn mpɛ sɛ asɛm no bɛ tɛtɛ akɔ baabiara sɛsɛ nisɛ nti kokoso hene dansefoɔ chama wontumi so wɔn dansefoɔ wɔn amfo obiara a maama na bidi adanseɛ
Elisha last week me ehunu social media say na omkrofo keka say ase Asantema nyina wi asase no wo mu ntwa so no ne ade sa asem no na eye no kure bi wom because wo hwe se de ne before ene sitting yi bebe yi se de na himfure ni abre no wo mu buofu abubomu wo emenhia himfie ena chema wontumi ama ni station ye betum ena nsam ni bebre a wo buru so di gu ho no no ena na nka nkrofo fi se chema wontumi no animu nie ewo mu se chema wontumi no meme kan ne de nanso ohene no mu nsam ena himfunu gyina so a wo mu de ye hu de tietia mu manhia himfie na wo twetwa mu no ena ye hu se nkrata bi social media no ne ade no eno no na ye no kura bi wo mu sa na se bia de ekokoso e wo social media so no bia
kaka tan ba bonten no nananom ebi e ba bonten be ka se kata na ba bonten nya no kure enti de mesimi aka se se sa wo hwe se kata no ye no kure dia anka chama wontumi anka ne no anka wo ma enti aka kata no che se asem no kwa no o mo twem se chama wontumi o ma ahemfie na mum se ne no oba ne die na je se kata na ba bonten no eni kuro biala eni mu
eni kuro ni krata no so hwe de course ya asa krata no mu nsem no ane na akoso wo menhia himfie eno de okay ya see
I said there's a panel no koyina ha
because I have no be kan say anya no kuro so hwe krata no mu nsem ne de akoso menhia himfie ya asa krata no mu nsem enti ache se omu bogu ye no se de nka ye nim se bia asem bi koso menhia himfie a e bia ke ye bo ni pa bi ka ye gi nkosua ye nwan ye je snap ye je ade no ebisa ankoso ene ohun
da bi ebisa ankoso ne nemum omo ebo politicians ne kokose o ufo fra enye menhia na ade ofo beba enti temo ye mo politics ya mo ntena be bi na mo nye mo politics afio so na nanon so a wo kokoso hene no na nanon mo hie no aka che ne se so pese wo ye wo hene dia ende wo nyi ne hene obeso politics dia o mfa na kunya nto no nkwa ne politics ahemfo sem ne politics politics sem no enhia anka wonye wo hene ana ode no ho politics ya aka de ko so obet na sei no anka ema abonten ema ema ukọ social media mutimi ede wo finfo enfi ne to be no mu de chama mutimi fo ina to be bi eno na nanom se ha mu pa a je se otu chama wontumi nye no yonko no otumfu a de ne mfoni e compare otumfu nso de eti eno wasam so anomu kan
okay na Morris Ampao so na se wo mambo so ne
Morris Ampao de no omo amo so ne ono so a ene wa ma
je se ni hu hia wo mo kra okay Elijah ma ye na waseme kra wo hene na me nwa ma se Ashanti region pa wo hene esa nso ye active power politics me nwa bataja ene de bibia atimisi ye na wasene e fam si ana bibi wa kire biem
eti de omo eka to edia to nyina ne se eduabana chama wontumi ko boy ne de
onko dani
omo eka che ne se efi edaya wadade ko no omo se nanim so beba na kwan ya penfo betima fa so adani dua no otimi adani dua no e de fi o ana nan so mka chen so person okoye politics dia ene onkoye politics na wonfa ahenie no ento ana so person odi ahenie dia ene oni ahenie no na onya politics no enti nia na ekosi ya no ese omo mokra
moni ajumaila shada kwa Ashanti regional reporter Kumasi Adishi FM so hey let emu nsem yi let kura yi mu nsem let emu nsem yo let emu nsem yi e ba yam so e fake hedio ni secret mi ye ni chama untumi sanu nyuma ni bi ni otone boasi o oya ne fefe bebrebe ba anti mahene ani ahemfo na wotwetwa mutwehia enti na se me kra me yesa me nkan bi no me yesa me wesi me breath kra e was answer we say because be kwa wi akire no wa wo se awada age se wo mire gigina mu no on be ma won se asifam the secret me ye wokura mu on say me start me catch no me say Ghana say ni trust obiam politicians are disappointed politicians disappointed a big time now ahemfo ayo mu fi big time e wo kura yi mu na sofo no kura ayo mu fi na ahemfo asofo no kura no disappointed Ghana for big time na ahemfo men kan so bia kwaji siko but say de na mo poso no mani abri because am fa ne say ye party asem eye party vetting ene yakoso e wo office bi na chairman huntumi dwana no mu dia and then in the first place was it even necessary dia mudwum ho menhia ene nanka na hu hia sana na mo pese ye kire se wo hene no pese o ye politics onko ye politics o pese odi hene a wondi hene because eye se wonye hene na no wotesa process na vetting process ni mu a enka wenka mpie enka ye party ma ka mpie ene na we na mu so aye dai hey weno na weno mo kwa akwaso ho ntema akobo hu dwa akokeka nzem ama sif se de bebe bi sida de homo be ye bi mada de bi sida bi babesi de sikatimi ye no okay enti abusuafo afa me ba MPP parliamentary premise mu oya Ghana ni a na sa wotu abama MP a enkoda na nsore and pre-development our constituency. And koda, then sorry 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Then can't you be being one thing and yet the day so we protest it. Money good and a good roads be money hospital, money clinics, money be and yet be yes and from say and yes so amana yemude. Because the echoes of Ghana has said no. Ghana for you ready say you pay development ewa ya bra bom. Ghana for you ya dwene say the face say development pa ni ye pebi. Say na dia ya pa de ye je di ne ene hia ye. Atwoso na quiet say no ya fa ne say e normal. There's no need see e benye release an access statement bi ade afiki si ajabe ho. Special prosecutor office Emma na be catch na say we invite wo bia so we involving in who bribe and as corruption bia because from the top so no asay e dey see from MPP parliamentary premise e course wo Ghana ha say MPC am parliament every month we pay say edie be ni atitrasem gidigide enipa ni abre obi apeso kwa parliament enti obi pesika dia obi pesika say at all cost I also kwa parliament na whole constituency ya bia ye bia voter register mu a enipa to abanya asem ketwa our constituency ni enye nipa besa 700 so mo ye delegate no makwa akoto ab parliamentary candidate na parliamentary candidate no actor sankrofo no wa to wo matuaka ma fridge ma TV ma 5,000 ma 6,000 or the GTP atoso e dia ma wa to na nipa besa 700 no I represented thousands nipa thousands ya wo constituency pini be boka after Saturday primary see na mate se obi timi boka close to 15 million Ghana cedis obi boka 10 million Ghana cedis obi boka 12 million Ghana cedis sika no nya na wa hefa onya sika wa hefa wa sense sika wa se nyina for contest primaries wa sense sika be se 15 million Ghana cedis our contest na say do election na so we win no kwa parliament ya why tena won maka say any MP kwa parliament yenya ahwe wo MP ni position wa to atuaka wo sovereignty wo power wa to atuaka etin question member of parliament bia say no ye MP who we useless onye useless because position na kutana no wa to atuaka so wan kwanya MP bi no mu te say okudje to abla kwa no mu de a ene wunya hwe wo constituency because honorable Sam Okudje to ablakwa omre our contest mu omboka because constituency one no as delegate ni executives na hunu say enye do mu je di nne hia wo mu na mom no ade a wo mu benya se wo mu MP be ko parliament obe lobby apa infrastructure development ade a mo ni hia wo mu eti abiri bia no kroma no wo chene kaka ma no so obi bia so. But to share over the weekend, parliamentary primaries course so obi tua 5,000 Ghana cedis, obi tua 6,000 Ghana cedis. All can say it is alleged. There's nothing like allegation. A fact. Obi tua 6,000. Yendi Farouk Alu Mahama Bay branded customized TV and a watcher. You see the contender with motorbike 6,000 daso, 3,000 daso. Na se nipa ni wie e kana wa bono office of parliament okoji sikaduro e kana wa bono okọ parliament wa kwa teneka okọ lobby no nya contract si e ba be si hospital se sika o se di si hospital no e 100,000 e wo se sika 100,000 no o timu 50,000 eri to baby eri teneka so enti project a e wo se ye ne kama na cost to best 100,000 no ye be we na project no ye spend 25,000 Ghana cedis eni na enu anasa na say because ya to your sovereignty ya to your power e de agisika jimi ye jini wo krom ha no no ni ya fa ne say ye normal civil society organizations no anti corruption crusaders campaigners mun sha dem kama nuntum mun ma no na mun sha dem mun me ka hwenkyere Ghana for because abeye norm especially MPP mu NDC mu enya fun falasa enya tantantan sa but MPP mu obi ono be ka kire wo se me be fight against corruption no before obeba be ye candidate kwa dem political party no under corruption nim or ye corrupt why ya kromfo no woba nipa na onu je ono akacha wo say me be fight against corruption me be protect public person one woba no already why ya corrupt yesha NPP presidential primaries ya course wo Ghana ha say special delegate conference ya course wo Dr. Baumia camp hwesika wo mutua ye delegate ebiji 50,000 ebiji 200,000 ebiji 20,000 yet ha first election mu kwa sika Dr. Baumia camp wo mutua ye sika kana Japan tua ye sika tua 15,000 Allen tua 10 omo kan wura Dr. Baumia vice president whole government machinery asua sika na omo de finance no eni ye tua sika de ma delegate final presidential premise omo kwa ye sika Dr. Baumia camp wo mo say no sika kana Japan wo mo say no sanso omo say no omo de manual na dachi be on their positions enkofo na finance or sponsor wo we be bia we ye bia It is how to about the man will be. That's a 4 years of consistency. And one more falashi ni one more. And so Dr. Kesa to force in the consistency. Omo be talk was on your development sir because delegate on one money ye greedy. Said the Ashanti region mo ye greedy. Said ye consider do me kwa benya mo ye greedy delegate mo go mo ye greedy. Mo sounds cry akromfo mo ye greedy mo ye thieves mo ye akromfo oje 5,000 wa ha no oje 6,000 wa ha no oje ntema no oje TV no oje tabletop. What dia woje di ene hia wo wo dia woje di ene hia wo ba constituency no development ehia enipa mo kwato about me kwa benya no mu do 2,000 o mu do 2,000 the whole Ghana constituency eso e wo Ghana do me kwa benya but hwe enipa be 1,500 less than 1,500 akwa to aba e de yi Michael Kwe e ka kwa me wa bo last 4 years of boy last 8 years of boy Saturday before Saturday sikura e ka Michael Kwe abo adwo asafo abo enya kaketwa sensika no oba no aba bete because parliament ni pay bosome embru 20,000 so where Kwabri is constituency MCE Honorable Opokwaji Mabonsu, 1,500. Edi ma delegate. Francisca constituency no awankono. Ejade akufo adwaye ni de okwa akoye den. Akwanfun. The siesie akwa ka kire mo se, mi siesie se, mo nto aba na munyai. Ti Francisca na atena so hu yeso wonko. Ahun. Eti se wo disesi ka wanse hwe do me kwa benya. Constituency kakra katintin ya bai tire na nipa 1,500 akwaje 10,000 aje ntuma aje di freezer aje wei mama kwa to bai yi parliamentary candidate na parliamentary candidate akwa election na wa wini no akwatena parliament no adan oye business na wa ye ho enti kwa constituency wanu a e ho fruit and tan road network bad poor bi bia nkoso constituency wanu mo okwo blame MP no kwasi aka na mama na abo no uncle bankrupt or you fear for uncle bankrupt or ye business and require parliament business require the actinica and you better koso unlucky development after koso unlucky development sasa ni yakoso Ghana hasino ye hunu hwe da o mani better koso atia pansam asay because of this parliamentary premise yakoso political parties mu a e wo so obi bobosia obi ton fiadwa pade e was so business campaign e chema ni paka krabi ni watimi awini he do me kwa benya constituency do me kwa benya constituency no onya se betwi nsu okoni fie onya se besi bomba latre toilet facility mano onya se besi clinic mano de ni panya road akwan funo munjutwa atwa so kakra taifa bokina no wo munsiesie so kakra yenye okwaje contract no olobia no onya contract na oba bete ne ka sika na was spending ye e wo premise mu wo ba no aba bete wo te ne ka asa penfaso apesika agu ho because the only one say delegate no de mo die mato ma adwene ni munyansa mato mo conscious munni adwene munni munyansa delegate mu gu Ghana ha ya mo MPP ni andis munni munyansa mun hwe nipa ne qualities ni capabilities what the person can offer ade obetima your constituency wo enu ni hiamo nemo ni delegate uchi adodo a no wanya uchi adodo a ni atoa mawo na betu atuamka ti na Ghana asaye no ti na Ghana agire Ghana ajagu anyina yetisu ya betu atuamka papa na 7 December na makona macho presidential yes kwa to parliamentary wa boka kwa teneka akwa teneka ni etikromo asay and you fight against corruption e kwa be so fight against corruption wa bra ye leaders omu do man so omu ya akrofo ye corrupt sikana omu spread omu nya no he apart from parliamentary duties and now say be apart from politics omu womu no omu kire businesses ahodo omu ye ka ho sikana omu nya no hefa empeni from dead o man no na da no wo ho akromfo ada no wo ho akromfo ada no wo ho akromfo ministers wom deputy ministers wom, chief executive officers wom, krono no officers wom obo. The question here was obi sa hone say. Scan almost spending yen sikani free hefa, and hefa na sikani free. Billions, millions of Ghana cedis now. Almost chadia man sikano, and hefa na free. Minister kuta position. Sika kwa ne sector amfanya adwuma wo hole sika ne de agu hono na do 4 years ya wo de akwa printi wakwa tontema ato TV ato table top musa mani nso kurante delegate amokrom mani nti musa nso kura yenkurase for kan table top 32 inches mu yenkurase for papa na de atoma adwene no ono ma 5000 no a ufi se wunya bidan unim de onam so saa tumi na wo de ma unim de wanya de agu dem 5,000 na wo je na wo so bi ma da o ye delegate mun cross ye bera mu di gu kroma na entuma kwam se nya GTP kwa na mo chede ma mani ate kwa kan meji Holland was by GTP ni say ya wo di we ni ma wonu a o free say o je adwasafo o je ha o nya bese 12,000 waji table top waji we ye kurasi ni wani nte onim sika sa 12,000 no ya wo power ba ko pa na wo kotumi na ade ma oni do benya de afiri ho onim do benya de afiri ho ministers amowo Ghana ha say sectors your body budget allocation your call every year be a kenoforiata finance minister ebe ko parliament no a present sika we ko sector we sika we ko ministry we sika we ko department we e ko ne ko ka wo mo sa no ma hole no mo teso ye kai o my Ghana population ne de akwaji loan ne ye de aba e ko sector we e ko department we e ko ministry we na oda sani ahole ne wo teso odi be prility before sen so boache e baba be ye deputy chief of staff for Ghana na brabe na no wabo but adadi am obi bia hu sa sen so boache ye corrupt adadi time on deputy chief of staff e de na si e de na nsi e de na ye hunu catch for seat nyina wa moa e de na si ye e de na ekokokoso e de na yantie oye minister na anu ya broni before be ko break broni bi amase business a odi ba ye investor asenso boache charge no and then you tosu kasaya lie home politicians we say mo no mo je platform so mo can we are fighting against corruption you are fighting against what? President ya corrupt Jessica presidential candidate Jessica sika na Dr. Bamia chair no wana catch us na free account Bank of Ghana sika puduo na watwa no Bank of Ghana so waboka over 60 billion bisa hu say Bank of Ghana sika no eyade na waboka ya holy sika de egu ho ye chesi Kennedy ma MPP for penny for COVID sika no de way back 2020 eno no mo che eno no mo de call contest 2020 Bank of Ghana chesi ka and now second term we chesi ka billions of Ghana cedis do mo be hole do mo be chama ministers o ma che do mo be che dia mo penny for wa che dia mo penny for so ni ya catch say ya boka sika na Bank of Ghana Dr. Nesta Adisi mu try ni sika na wo hefa ebi na wo gi no 5,000 2,000 3,000 delegate nkurase for mugu kroma ebi na wo gi no 5,000 ebi na di to table top ya de ama wo no sika no a ama wo man na yakọ bankrupt eguwa mu dem na wo mu yi pie sika na ama Bank of Ghana akọ bankrupt aboka over 60 billion no John Mahama 4 years Bank of Ghana every year biano no mo ye dwumanya mfaso Bank of Ghana just a year aboka 60 billion no sika no hihye wo mo ho eno na wo mo che no ye mfa ye development because Ghana fo ni atwene sometimes what national adwene wo busa na da o men we animal kingdom ana emu ni pani adwene Farouk eti HTV sika Coco board hon wo Coco board ye ka Coco board go so bisa hu say Coco lo na ye Jessica ye gidi ra Coco board ni sika ne wo hefa enu bi no di si yendi eche no enu bia krono a wo mabo Coco board akola si Coco board ye dwumanya faso de ma wo man Ghana ene Coco board egu Coco board ayeka susuro fimfram koko boda ye ka pani ba ko ene ti yendi HTV o hwe delegate na mo nse 48 ne 32 keto mo wa hu se mo ankasa mo ye nkurase for yes I was a million cross for 32 inches tabletop fridge. I would have been coupon. Politicians better cause who say ya who say we are more boy to trim said you almost treat him on one because you found drinking yansan at Twaba. You so ya drinking yansa I found Twaba or Ghana. And politicians better cause so. I degrade my brother one of my life say ya every 4 years biano on better 32 inches at a tabletop fridge at your mama. Are munya ni power man ah every sector every biase mukoto sika we nyina gu ministers MPs nomni ade amugo parliament a manya mu say charge 137 ama madani ayi businessmen for mu trade business e wo parliament no manya mu say chaw chief executive officers manya mu say chaw na sika bia beba futo no mu bia no fa ko ye we ya na we ya hole chese de baba kan wo say bia ye wo dia de baba kan wo say bia mo man na bo na mo hole sika ni wia ordinary Ghanaian na mo sum taxes eto de agu Ghana for so sika ni Ghana ha ken for yata o man ho akiri no sika ni Ghana ha eti Ghana for so nyina sa de 15% VAT asan so de ato enkane abo so hwe sika Dr. Bawumia mo say no the candidate so be lead MPP government machinery kan for yata Kufuado Gabi watching the Darko, Asante Bedi at Tuanum. Mobile come say Dr. Bawumia ho. Say at all cost, see ye Buakunta must spend billions of Ghana cedis. Ewa Dr. Bawumia ho. Nia so obofu ni maboya afo. Enti said ye Ghana fo no dem ani pensu, eni pe mo bo ni pensu nyina dan still mo say sum taxes e di Ghana fo so. Motimi a kire Ghana fo say sika over 70 billion a Bank of Ghana twa no mudi si school adan we no hospitals we no na mudi si ye road infrastructure road network we akwa we na mudi ye interchange we na mudi ye motimi a kire Ghana fo motimi aka kire Ghana fo say billions no Dr. Nesta Addison she last week ya de nkrofo akogum cool plotters ya do ma kogum say treason e dia be na ye treason ese dia kenofori ataye Ghana e dia na ye treason ese dia doctor your friend is Ernest Addison aye Ghana e dia na ye treason ese dia president Akufo-Addo aye Ghana e dia na ye treason ese dia Dr. Bawumia aye Ghana e dia na sensa sa wo be gi wo man and destroy our mind the fortunes of this country what destroy no e dia na ye treason ese dia Ghana fo ye hunu wa ya brabo mu e dia na sensa mon kan kire me ya de nkrofo akogum death sentence yenkwo hangi wo mu te WhatsApp so mo kura te WhatsApp so social media so ya si yenkwo kum wo mu e dia na ye treason ese dia Dr. Nesta Addison at Bank of Ghana wo ye so otimi koda na fe obeka kire Ghana for say wa ankotontos wa mo bank bia abosia onko to hwe wa boka over 60.8 billion Ghana cedis e dia na ye treason se Dr. Nesta Addison ebe fum Ghana emre bia bo na adwuma ho ban ebe twa sika 4 years close to 80 billion ade ama ban e wo bra emra wo de ye adwuma no wo bu mra no so ebu mra no so e dia na ye treason second of Oriata finance minister ebe Ghana population e de agi loan a destroy o man so ni pedi wo machi because oya delegate anya 5,000 who be do 4 years tabletop fridge no copper sachet water na ton because wo be bre MPP ku opposition wo be bre TV no any abrande no 32 muye nkurasifo nti 32 television set ti ena ya to ena de muye nkurasifo mani bia ama 32 inch ama 5,000 dia piso Ubasanya biamwa I just 4 years. Every 4 years no or spend 10,000 Ghana cedis wo ho a 10,000 Ghana cedis no obenya sika no mohu e mohu na ye wi ane aka ene ye to aba na ya kwan ye ene ye to aba ene ye ne muwa no munso me to akoso ne muwa no munso se dede bia no nipa mo ne muwa no munso no because mato mu nyuso ma adwe mu brain ma adwe mu conscience ena mo de to aba ene ye ne muwa no munso ena ye makosiku a omuti nnuase obeto kwaso atene nnuase because MP no wa boka o atene ka okotena parliament akoye business no akwa atene ka wato wani monya mo power wato wa chia oka wo kono akwa atene ka enti expect bi pepe bi afa free no hono mo me se constituency asane ma we se bi nkoso sa constituency ne hono mo nko constituency ne hono mo nko nko na situation so kura no ade ba ko so kura san so kura ha me ne se MP ba ko ni akana omo na ye experience MP na at parliament 4 years 8 years 12 years 16 years 20 years wa bodam efia akonya abusia akonya ena ateso obechie sika ma delegate echie sika ma delegate the constituency wo ni yakoso wonu mu but because of said delegate o ye nkurasefo no mo to wo ma do mu nyusu wo ma dwen ena etu abenti no branya ba bedu a no wo cha nkokọ no wo de mo no wo de 100 200 to so oh ma die ma die oh honorable die 4 years no so a ma die anu me ba share branya du a share mitiwe enyi wonu a kaje tip ntuma kranka mi free bi civilization and modernization moda so to colonial masters abremu Gadgesburg such as McCarthy no moda so to omumu ewura de nyankopon are she enya so tum Dr. Adumaku Kisi ne contender adano na solo ka esa o mine sa traba we se na shele ayokobotwe ene support obi no obi nkonkowi shele ayokobotwe ye MP wanya so tum kokozi so na kokohwe enso to bia uniform amfo enso to bia uniform amfo NDC 8 years enso to na uniform amfo na fresh shele ayokobotwa no aka kira wo se onim se ye ni abam oni se mi ni abam mi sister mi guso me bomu MPP ba mu 2016 2017 shala yokobotwe constituency dia no yeye obeye foreign affairs minister dia no yeye Adumaku Kisi yesi wondwa nanum na no obi ka yeso ono de ondwa nanum because voting center ho Saturday na ne contender no obi kan ena wa shay wo hwe ne nsem okeka no a wotimi hu say of good vision eniema obetimi ai oda so te Ghana ha etie nkofo mo brage edwa wo manum oda so te Ghana ha papa panimu pa ya reporter ene ne kasa yasem a woka ai Adumaku Kisi onya hwe ene de ene waye ena ne nsem keka kra no mitimi hu say wonya bibia ma ye but other candidate no ensem a woka no Tobi no se to omo se the Emmanuel Tobi yes Tobi nkonua ha so ho enti ono de ahia ne nsam o keka no a moda so te Ghana ha moda che se Bejimi Bra no mfrim Bejimi Bra mo tena mu 2014 2015 Bejimi Bra no moda so ate Bejimi Bra nim e ma Dr. Bawumia ne mampani akufuado edwara no mu a ajagu ya nyina ye tiri so no moda so te Bejimi Bra nim so obi edwara no obi shaba akese atala bembem ento ndi oba obetimi aye nti wudi nachi MPC omulusu ye ni batas ba no lusu ye kwa me na batas lusu ye sa ama ku afiri ye aba lusu ye sa ku afiri ye di olusu ye no okoya na batas ba ne ba ne bai nti we mu na lusu ye no okay o me say 28 enti incumbent MPC omulusu no mi Facebook no so omoda so na ujira ha Bejimi Bra no a o tena mu ma Bawumia dwa nanum enti sei adane na dwendwen campaign message cry ya ne di ohun ni onkoka because ohun say enipa ni ate say bia meka me see me say na meka wo mo baji before na meka wo mo he 2014 2015 2016 omu dwo manum sa na ba afie tirim ba ye say bebre ni ate kaka kra bi enjo ma mu lusu ye ni Joseph Kujo efia nkwanta oh okay ana okay mumma me hwe me phone so Frida Prempe turn on off okay Frida Prempe so lusu ye enya Frida Prempe na voter region yi omu bi edam no a viarefo bi edam no a etwi fam so Frida Prempe keka ansem nu ma ye twabo nu woni e walusu nyame na annem okay ama pama Boatin dwaben na me ka sem we Saturday se udru dwaben ya na otu osrebo Council of State on a chairman we use the cracking powers need to me ama kronumu as fat e wo no no enti se wo ka se ama pama Boatin na ya wo boa ana na wo sikasha walusu ama pama Boatin kra se dwaben first na hye adwoso enti omo ti sa constituency no o ene e wache Shelabatels ono so Shelabatels kwa one time won na omu boni din eno waka na nimu asisuo eno omu ade ono so no obi ka kire me say wo ba no obetimi aba obeka kire o metimi ontimi mbua wa obeka kire ontimi mbua ba ga na ha no ni pempe no kre so obeye sincere obeye fair enipa kase enipa na oman mu nipa kra edi emoja na enam yevemu obi ka kire me say Shelabatels de ono no wo ho a obeka kire o se wo ho obe wiase ohun hia da wo hu na ho kire da en wadi nkontompo but enipa mpesa enu kra de ye dwaga na ha ye dwa se wo be ka no kra pa na no na obi afrema ka kire me say former president John Mahama say nyankopɔ abo after 2024 so we near Ghana for especially trade union congress no organized labors no omo honeymoon days kakra no mo be kire Ghana for the state of Ghana yankasa ye coffers mama ne na so mama mo lusu na so no obi ehunu so obi fra na se John Mahama so me ye hwedi a won kan kire ye a se ne se o man na se na so de bibia ye de no won kan kire ye na se enam sian o peso akwagina ho no John Mahama nkan kire wo se oba obama dollar ba 6 cedis ye onipa ne ba o peso ka kire me se former president John Mahama na me kan kire wo se wo ba debt to GDP no actually over 100% no within 1 year over 50%. Shelabatels ya say no kredi enti no mo mpana se wo constituency ho ena ba ku nsu ni okay me bom free ha de me hu ni clear Moses enim anu so eye trubu trubu amasamana ana northern region fa part of amasama mu honom okay ono nso alusu ena afen so no edi mi pesa mboba mamo okay zabzugu nso walusu aize kwame esiama atwoma mponoa honorable warre tina mensa waja bawe honorable mesi warre tina warre aya tina warre tina me say warre honorable one me say warre honorable me say warre tina warre omuhwe omo pesa eno omuhwe no omo pesa Ghana mema ye ne de omuhwe Eugene Boachi antwi warre subin honorable Eugene me say warre na wo Eugene una na we spokesperson ma MPs na can must go no so contest can must go Eugene worry na wo obi a wo na wo cancel e kire Ghana for can oforiata sa wabon na Ghana how nyina ye can oforiata no one say ko say Ghana na yo modia o can oforiata ne akufuado ne bedi atuo ne gabi wo kire da ko awu mafia adwasafo your friend say Professor Romakokwe ba no lawyer no my kokwe no we no ye no e whole cartel eya gabi wache da kumu nyina na omo se adwo asafo ye be mafia honorable wahwe honorable one me se wahwe amasama so weye amasama MP so weye amasama MP wahwe woni kwesi every famensa okay enya so tuom when I make no so obi gina ho no mo say obi edwananum aho adwo asafo nie adwo wahwe adwo asafo me se wahwe adwo asafo ye so obon kwase aka enye hwi sika wanya no kwase sika kwase aka no obo ne ye sika ye sika munyi bini give to chuma for worry Baba kana worry munsi mame honorable one worry me ko ye ndi aban ma be to ase de no so Baba kana worry kan kwa de ye sika Abubakar Sadiq reporter wa yendi hello Abubakar good afternoon Let's say
oh ya danyame asu
yo na sam wo nof ne afrem se ne katwi na mo gisesa ne mani age no how ho o de kabrofo na o de kan na me nkyire Ghana for why
okay
enti yendi constituency election no akosi say
after yenim the ekosu because what I would say is that we don't even know who is the winner and who is not the winner Omunyina I declare say omo a winner omo a winner I was Saturday elections no if you check you will see that Ajia Abiwata Shani Mahama who is the Maslok CEO she's out with a flyer congratulating herself then one who on the other side no Alhaji Farouk Aliu Mahama who is the incumbent on also our flyer and so congratulating himself. And you see, on Saturday, what really happened was that, when the voting started, everything was smooth. Although we know, say, the end of the year, because it was part of the flashpoints. So we were just there when everything started smoothly. But around 10, things started going wrong because there were some two people who were supposed to vote. Two delegates were left to vote, and there was some kind of disagreement with regards to their eligibility to vote because during the presidential primaries, no move to Aba, but they have little issues with their names. Their names are there, but pictures that are supposed to be DS is not DS. So they resolved that issue later on, and everything got settled. And so so just when the voting ended around 12, so they said we have to wait until 2 o'clock because that's the supposed and the closing time for the election. So we were there up to 2 o'clock. Then they brought the ballots and started sorting. So after the sorting, they said they are going to count according to the way they appear on the ballot. And if you check in the ballot, Alhaji Aliu Faruku on the number 1, and to Omo Shasia on the ballot. So they started counting Alhaji Farouk's own. So when they counted, the first skirmishes that happened was they were counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and when we got to 69, then Papa Nasi 69, 80, 81. Then they stopped him. They said, "No, you can't jump from 69 to 80. You have to get to 70 before." So they drew his attention. He apologized to the public and said it wasn't intentional. It was just a mistake that he did. So there they stopped using the microphone to do the counting because it was the microphone that revealed that. So they stopped
using the microphone. They decided to now count verbally without using any microphone. So it was during the counting. Then I saw a man believed to be the brother of Hajia Abibata Shani Mahama. Mr. Shani, they call him. So he went and drew the attention of a police officer that the electoral commission officer who is holding the ballot papers of Hajia Abibata Shani Mahama seemed to be dipping his hands into his pocket continuously. So they want to find out why he's doing so. So they went to the man. To lo and behold, when they asked the man, he quickly removed the EC jacket for them. They forgone that and dipped their hands into his pocket. And when they dipped their hands into his pocket, they found two things, and that was the indelible ink and that of the ballot papers, some ballot papers of Hajia Abibata Shani Mahama. So that brought about the brouhaha, because after that thing was found, then everybody now tend to believe that no, the electoral commission is trying to rig the election in favor of the incumbent. So supporters of Hajia Abibata Shani Mahama poured into the ring and start to attack the EC officer who kept the ballot papers of Hajia Abibata in his pocket. So that was how the whole thing started, and they decided to destroy almost every ballot paper, every electoral material in the ring was destroyed.
Okay. Okay. Sadiq Miba, I was your fancy your Facebook page, you know. Your ballot papers where video free yendi. Abubakar Sadiq na de breye video we free yendi. E tu hu se e form ballot papers na askata e wo hono ma o muti team. Wo muti team e wo hono mu video no e na e show no ballot papers no e na askata hono mu a che se hono mu nyina ya beje ya muti team a egu form no. So Sadiq, se counting process no entimi a end dia. How come say two candidates no will be claim to be winner, to be the winner e was our election him?
Yeah, according to the camp of the incumbent Alhaji Farouk Ali Bahama, he was in line or in bed with the regional executive. That's what they are saying. So the regional executives, led by the regional chairman Samba, together with the national rep who was there, went to the police station, and from the police station they decided that, according to the national chairman, he said, based on what was counted before the brouhaha started, or before the confusion started, that they are going to base their numbers on that. And also another ballot paper believed to be that of Alhaji Farouk was with his agent. So when they counted, the one they counted before the confusion started was 295 or 296, and the one Abibata's candidate agent was holding, Farouk's agent was holding, was also around 100 something. So when they calculate, it is going to be around 475. Looking at a total delegates of 785. Somebody having 475 is easily be identified as the winner of the process. So they, based on what they have, they said Alhaji Farouk Ali Mama is the winner. And when you get to the other camp, they are also saying that during the sorting, they also did the accounting, and Hajia Abibata was having 400 plus. So with that, even though the ballot were not counted, they could easily say that Hajia Abibata also won the elections. So that was what happened. But yesterday, Hajia Abibata finally spoke on Sankara Radio in Yendi, and she said she's waiting for the party to speak. But if the party is not speaking, she will give the party an official petition on what happened. If the lay-down procedures in the party is not held to, then she will advise herself on the next step to take.
Okay, so in the presence of the police officers and the regional chairman, no, and yes, our calculation you declare Farouk say on the winning.
Yes, but what happened was that at the police station, when they went there initially, they had a long meeting, which was supposed to be for almost 3-hour meeting with the police officers present and the electoral commission officer. I believe he was the returning officer for the EC. So they had a long meeting with them only for the national executive and the regional executive and some regional executives to come and make the declaration without the EC being part of the declaration. So at the declaration, it was only the party executive that does it. We didn't see any electoral commission officer there. We didn't see any police officer there. It was only the party executive that does it at the police station.
Okay, ready. I just say, yeah, say be a party hierarchy no. One more decision no they and I bet me determine the outcome of that election and answer that process. Exactly. Tension wo ho ana ehwajo.
Yeah, tension there wo ho because Nura Aja Abiba Tashani Mahama supporters came out to march around Yendi. They even marched to the overlord of Dagbon, and then Yana Abubakar the second. They marched to his palace to thank him so much for the victory. They also marched around some principal streets of Yendi. Ties were burnt in some parts of Yendi, and threats and other things were seen. Even as at now, audios are being circulating in the region saying that even if should there be any runoff, they don't expect any regional executive to come to Yendi. They are not allowed to come because they believe they are biased.
And we have police a beefy security power area home.
Exactly. So by runoff the security this is very tight because no self security was tight because the whole regional commander and the regional crime officer were at the venue where the regional crime officer and the regional police commander
okay.
Yes, apart from even that, I think a colleague journalist was also assaulted by the incumbent MP Alhaji Farouk Ali Mahama. Because when the incident happened, the journalist who was supposed to be live on Zoom moved straight to him to hear his side of the story, and he quickly slapped him, and the attacks of Ali Mahama also attacked the journalist. So that was what happened. So currently the Ghana Journalists Association of Tamale, the Tamale chapter they have issued a statement condemning the act and asked the police to arrest the incumbent Farouk Aliu Mahama for interrogation or for further investigation into the matter.
Okay, Sadiq Yamfon Senior Dawase for the update. I would say Okay, I mean, come why? I was a fonty. Your Facebook no so no dia course so yendi Saturday no enie. Omoji TV no 32-inch no haji ano se oche motorbike edisika bem etoso Faruku so disika bem etoso chairman delegate no eduria Saturday constituencies a delegate nya sika pa no yendi nso ka hu bi maame no haji ano wo Maslock ono na ninua President Akufo-Addo yi na electoral commission no an chese busu am ya MPP for pa sika wo mo che wo hono mo no enye sika ketua MPP ma ba mu no yendi no onko hono mo se okwa akope position parliamentary yi wo ko MPP aba ba Masrock sika ko sika wanya sika si di me ka Ghana for ya dwenya me ka obibi ni usu ye nipo ha usu ye nipa ti ye de yakoya nim kakra kra na ye de erade na adia ba kon so Saturday PN Electoral Commission use indelible ink and then IPAC Interparty Advisory Committee ekoso NDC fuo wom other political parties ni wom Jemen Sani Asare boss ma be ka kire Ghana for say indelible ink no mu ni sika enti no 2024 mu nyusu ti assembly election mu anyusu so but MPP parliamentary primaries there Jemen se hunyansa oni Asare boss man ehunyansa se ye wie ni ye sorti ni counting process ni starti na se ink entintim so a ebetimi amasi na ye chaotic ebetimi a create misunderstanding chaos ewo voting center hono no enti yenyu ink internal party election kura ni jemensa andwene ehunyansa say internal party election on use indelible ink but national election o minor kuma o minor akuma de jemensa so wi ano wawe o wi no awi and IPAC meeting no other issues so mo boso ye election say 7 December no jemensa say suggestion da predecessor for nyina ya to da enti date no ebe free say 7 December no na be ba November but nya de ye hia Ghana hanum sese ni ehia de a Ghana for how eye kwan a electoral commission aye MPP anes Ghana for how a electoral process lead to election no election day no adakwa ye to aba eno ne Ghana for how say electoral commission jemensa electoral commission chairperson asari bossman obi animu no say political science department legon no ye head wo ye there wo no mo obi animu say ye stanch MPP member obi animu say president Akufo-Addo appoint MPP for no akogu electoral commission eti Ghana for so de jam say 2024 general election no enye credible ni Ghana for how ne say ye be kwa to aba police station bi constituency bi ye be kan be wie 200 be kwa 1000 ni Ghana for how vote a ye cast ye no polling station center voting center hon no say nipa 200 ne to aba 100 plus 100 ye 200 na be kwa wie chie no 100 plus 100 e be kwa ye 450 eno ne Ghana for how these are some of the issues Ghana for here esem wo jemensa wo be ka kire Ghana for say 2020 mistakes we here no we repeat it because we repeat it bi mu a recipe for whatever be happen wo Ghana ha disaster mistake we repeat in 2020 no we repeat it bi mu a recipe for war. Yes. Eto be kire Ghana for say won ko for accountant for no calculations amoye enya no a ye be pem samre na Akufo-Addo twa 3 years ko 4 years ye new figure kro ya odi president so ye president wo Ghana ha eno ne Ghana for how say 10 plus 10 etimi ye 1000 modi zero sugu akira ama ne timi du 1000 eno ne Ghana for how indelible ink hu sam ne Ghana for how enye date ya ye to aba 7 December yen kan do 7 December ne haye ena abekwa run off wo nya afi na wo ba 1992 no mukura no 94 1992 96 no ni 2000 no mukura no a sa abere kura so military regime a free ayi ba no a emu ohye Rollins kura ne ko adubu ahenom ene Rollins handi masa sa abere no kura no sa de ma we no basa we ya wo so la di tutu dwa na hu hia ye ene de hia ye ni because electoral process wo Ghana ha say no electoral commission na ye say ye independent institution abi a wo ye ho no time enye fe eme candidate hu asem nkire ye date eye send this phone so makọ because wo amoze mo nkọ so mo hye kire na engrofo kwa na ma ye list de ama wo mo mo kọ mo nkọ kan we enti eye se makọ bebo apa okay Accra 100.5 FM Sunie .co.za health enema de me nkona me sa na meburu so na se de maburu ade no so tententen no kura ma hwe ye ne fofo betwa we no mo de ayom ringing tone Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic no gotta go last stop estate junction enya Ghana na aya din enya Ghana na asaya enka bisi da se mi koburo nya nanka Greenfield an fa me hampa amremie enka Franketu ahini tuka no waso hampa e de afi Dr. Bright ko no de abreme dog anya wa Ghana asai o mani mu aye hyehye nya wa ya resafie no afi 2024 time no day emire ni ho international diabetes and stroke and hypertension and arthritis and ye da be na me ne me yirem so ye be wa afia ho afia ba ya de kwankuro bia ebeso awosro bone setting no mpemu adwuma infertility empemugura wakoto pakote yade furniture Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic ye won fidie ne ho akade bright soldier capsules so esiesi obesi siesie bema usisi mu be ye den amo aten kan so ahwiri akoso ye wo bright garlic plus capsules no adu papa na boost immune system no na emoja intimi circulate srade ne cholesterol nwane mfiri woni padua no emu bright soja bright garlic plus capsules ebusu wo Ghana babia ye wo world class ambulance service e sum Ghana for you ya about 500 Ghana cedis per Greenfield Dr. Bright ko be showa sawiyade ye wo ngwade go last stop estate junction Fred 0243 983906 0243 983906 Top Choco chocolate spread CMG and Shaman ki birthday yeah ene ukoye kitchen na ye bie cabinet mu a just a Top Choco chocolate spread nie Top Choco 3-in-1 chocolate drink nsu nie bibia bi floral tissues ni nyina ye bi eno a say the milk wey ya sichire we ni babia we ya Top Choco 3-in-1 chocolate drink delicious chocolate drink papa do hia ni wonsu ohie saka kra bi gu nsu ma na ye team pampa fresh 0243 033 033 0243 033 033 so no kona ni mu ama chese sponsors na do so ama Father Martin Herbal Mixture Roman Father Dro Father Martin about Mr. Roman Father Dro obia wunya mensesa wo ha waposo antutuo ha wo rheumatism udompem 30 pains wayase taya wo ya general weakness fatigue bia utitai power spinal cord wo pains wadro Roman Father Edro edu papa ni na boache heba Ghana ba bia tonno bia no wonam na wotese ye pa Roman Father Dro akwaje wo de fresh 0244 422285 0244 422285 Charles Makati Ajinedra na wabe wanum juango energy drink no your ultimate source of vitality and mo ahwade so kokra woni paduam wa brebi wa ye hojobi ahwade ni ho ahokeke ni ho no mo a eye Django FDA approved them say me no fit jump them say you no fit jump okay afei yanhye adwuma na se na Charles Makati aje adwa awiai 2024 and then day di kan ya mene no ahia ewo efie ha seye ha ntino yenye adwuma Charles afin shapa Makati
I think come back to investment sorry I feel say na obi asesa ni suban
sa
including more
yeah suban ti say ya yensan sa
munim
sa okay odi you wi aka no achi
yan wa
okay so dey okay kwa na ye Mr. Ibrahim Mahama birthday me hu say Facebook okwa social media so baby abefa bia ne madonso boss papa Mr. Franka sa oba mi panel member na aha ye preachio eti Mr. Ibrahim Mahama baba happy birthday to you yankopon mo ahoden o ma nkwatenten ahoden ne nkwatenten hira ne abunkama faso ne akaye ahoden ene nkwatenten na tokoso a tetra won sa no wabasem ema no nso obibia so watire mu a akabinu mu wachire ya enso wo muso tinyakopon ma nkwatenten ahoden na tretre wahiem wabasem ema no nso obibia eso Charles afi 2024 asemi hu change kakra utino akofom
na se bibia akofom nema ekosuru mu ana ekofom
oh okay
amanfo asitina mu ekosfom ana ekosuru ntimi metinu ekofom what is news
okay so 2024 ene ekofom ti affect utimi
anyway mama njane woni Ghana for na enwish Ibrahim Mama Chief Executive Engineers and Planners happy birthday say Nankupon Koswa Inshano na Omwa Ghana for senior or
Buana. Yeah.
Na Inshuranka
Boafo. Yes.
Na mo kan.
Okay. Inshuranka Boafo. Amen. Amino. Amino.
Mwashia.
Fashia. Say your machines.
And now, share is an ecano.
Say him for Nashia.
One more na machine on 10 days and a accident to a deal. I say, Timwashano. I could.
Yeah, Joseph.
Pepe.
Young quiet. But said you can assess a deliberate be nasty.
Piaga, I say I love Nanado and MPP. Ajua Bewa, I say so sorry, my brother. Condolences to you and your family. Ujaba, I say may Almighty God strengthen you and protect you and the family. Much rodo. One throw the abra Facebook, never throw na Commander Boham so whom say, Sir Owado 4. Chumua Miriam channel, say my deepest condolences to you and your family, Commander Boham. Wise man Castro, Commander Boham, take heart, I sympathize with you. Ajaben Michel, was my deepest condolences to Commander Boham and the entire family. Mubarak, Malaka Mohammed, great man, take heart. Edward Benedict Marty, so my condolences to Commander Boham. Okay. So I'll come and read the other messages. But the message Maya ubeti me that the about Kwame, ma memory na isia na nia de ubokrata ebe as a pemofra na sem ns wa we gino na kazi we gino na watching twem this akwam kwa che say ebusua friend da be nie do sabre na che say mo avrim pa asefim sempa mo me ni said say ye Christopher ye wugidi say debi ye besia hia. All right, Kwame yemi enkomo say empenyimfo say bita frache say de kudonto yesu kura ye den ye jai him enti ene ya badwuma die na che say okwa bia so ye beye adwuma de obom krata hodro na ye badwa so na poso it say enanya afi ne ye ba be news translation ye kan paper bia ye moboso de na ba e say Ghana fu etie ye hu say abre but on Facebook aya na wa share amai you can still come and wish Bobi answer well. Kwame.
Yeah, Oko Daily Graphic, I'll say 2 stadiums open for African Games. So, names African Games Basso.
Badi Basso, name Messi a can one. The African Games operational expenses in quite 48 million cedis. Menka, you know, operational expenses. Hey, Kroma.
City for young Dika Moma Basso.
Okay.
Sa Akoso Mowe.
Yeah, still, you know.
Ana almost 69 edama yenuanom akosomfo na o share the amount involved in down omusina na say ye the master government NCA about times 3.
That's right.
And times 10.
Okay.
Because the urgent 10%.
So obedi kate no answer.
Obedi kate. Nti ebe do the main contractor honom.
Let's can answer.
Na sikeni na answer.
Nti na say to the benya contractors na say blame mu.
No.
Ska mu nyaye no. He demand on my.
Because the government ma contractor before over the last person a contract might be doing same. Na afa nipa 10 ensem from Jubilee House.
For you know kra no. Obi kra na akwakoje contract.
And I make a from Jubilee House right to the minister. Ebeba to
now we cannot just say free Jubilee House na ya award the contract no ama wo kwame kwache bia wo nye ru contractor ba wo company nya contract no nti afi na wo so beton contract no ama me
yes
nti wo tom to da ko a wahu na che say percentage ni be kumba ansa na beton ama me no na che say bia minister no agene 10 president na agene 10 na beduro na kaze
nti sawe ni nyina akoso no ebedu se me awo so de bema main contractor no be adwuma no
yeah
our site no
that's right
no so what you move 50% of that amount into we say is either the work will not go on well
yeah
another materials don't be used to that adwuma no any materials papa
okay
and answer didn't be delay
into African games in baso
baso
enya bad there
it's almost Messi stadium my young kind chom say
yeah
so we I can't say we University Stadium.
Yeah, University of Ghana.
Yeah, University of Ghana. No. And then another ni see.
Oh, there be no say University of Ghana they Legon there. Na you cry starting you know.
Yes,
we go 2 years. That's to I'm starting school in Ghana. The abuse in the sisters you know.
But I'll be sure
that then you go for the university. Yes, Legon for there.
Where sure say then you government there.
There be school in there.
Okay.
Until the University of Ghana Stadium. Yeah, Ghana of Ghana.
About me Kubiano. Why are they? By
send you on the vice president.
Yes,
it's a ceremonial person.
And we are taught that on me by tea kufonum jomama
nifemuno.
Yes.
Nifemuno. Esa nkomu invite obi. Also krumano no. You need politics ni you. You need politics. Eti story be.
Yes, enti no.
And ya wadwuma ye pa mpanyimfo baasa. Bama ya tie adwuma ye furo ya.
Eti oko spectator no so that's Nana Kwame Bediako sites for poverty. Yeah, shut up.
Okay.
Site for poverty makes me cry. Na ose
na you need ni group ni den.
New Force.
New Force.
Ose me tie one of the interview he say at the age of 11 or 12 years no free Kumasi man crying.
11 years.
Yeah.
Obey then.
Na ebiom so me tie ose or I think not ton scraps or abuchi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it scraps no kind of money the first $1 million?
Yes.
Yeah. Scrap is come.
Yes.
You see an engine a scrap the less.
Yes. But
I don't say scrap for long. What's jai nam me ton so na benyeska. What's nam me ton atwom na benyeska. Obi aton atwom. Oh, emfifi ho no. Yen country only see you.
So we say Obi is at the 30 city. Obi is at the 3 million.
Na scraps and croffa ton okruma. Ebia no dey any difference. Any dey near brooches scraps. But he's a fine gentleman.
Of course.
I love me penny vim ne send you tie no. But let's speak to a seminar kind Kwame. You ain't mean brushing aside.
Oh, so
set the site of poverty.
Yes, who say onyan kasa
he makes sense with that.
Onya ye beyi, onya ye
that be ohia ho den sin beyi Kwame.
Yes.
And ohia kwa ho den sin bro Sam.
Because senior when ohotrew ana ehia ewo sika fem
ahotrew enye
and I say ohotrew a odana bofra
ahotrew enye
yes
Kwame.
So I pray say wa utie no
ahotrew enye
ma ahotrew bi
because
ahotrew ade a enye
Kwame me mo papa we din engu nanim ase ba me bo ahye na onyam eye Reverend Edward Akwesi Boatin.
Okay.
Your boy ade a me pe nyina ono so na bo entie o se eni atisem hunu echi.
Yeah.
Won say nansan issues bi aba e kire se bi papa ko form kakra enu po de se abrabo de efro ene esane na o hwe situation na hwe se ne bi mo kan se bitafra che aye bi mo dwen se e bia wo tena mu a anetui because se bi enya ho kire anka ugiri se ye wurei obi oso no 17 cars de ne yire mu kwa abrochi ni ade ne ho akire no anka obeba TV so se bi a oba beka sensemi eti ho kire de kwam enya egu ni pene mu ase
I won't share. But me have issue with them. Your celebrities now say omo chiro mo na fi adane say omo a business car or public.
I don't know you have problem with
yes,
them.
Yes, have issues. Currently, a be there. Now they be there no. What's some move no? But when they go into poverty, when be trauma, then they'll come back to us say. I may agree with you on one leg because they are saving culture. But Kwame, Jenia we Morisha.
Budon.
Yes. Some artists say amount for your contribution at the man. Share Morisha lifestyle. Na fa compare well me about Aja Bintu lifestyle. I think Emra na Morisha Jina na na Okoba no say yes obusi bibia kama. The same lifestyle na Aja Bintu mebwa. Nti ene se nipa ne ntimi ansevi yi. Yen kase bibi nsi o. Na nipa ne ntimi ye hu so oboa society. Oboa nyanka oboa mo a homo kire omo. Na ne hu okwa ho kire mu a. What people will be asking say emra na u daka ke siemu na uko Dubai u chiche twamfoni e de cheche eyi sebe oto che se sika ni na o de ye den so we are telling our celebrities say but emra omugino mo na so na bibia cause na amofo helium no they should make sure say on me society they should make sure say on be save sebe amoso kwa ho chire mu a amafo be kai.
Okay, I stand for correction but kwa me nim say krom ha and omam ha your collection agencies yen krofoku bi a won gi royalties ema especially celebrities into for instance for instance Gamru omjima anyomtofo copy Ghana omjima wonu a etro ehoma ana minim say aso konso na ejima audiovisual for there I don't know omudin but kwamba bisa say won royalties no sen anetie because oko amanonia kwam obi timi bo enwom ever say ba ko bienu bi omonyum biem obedi de ho a but we have celebrities at in Ghana or better say oh afemu no nyina ni Gamru di ma me 50 Ghana cedis
sina I say no
because sometimes you cannot blame them
no bisa say our system our structures in you can say yeah property copyright we to say and then my bonchum and you na mabon radio stations here how many radio stations do they log in HSA and then my bonchum 10 and then my bonchum 20 and then these are the kind of songs are me boy how many radio stations and bisa say hotels pubs radio stations and they care can do they pay royalties do they pay
no so but sometimes so yeah radio station TV stations no we should also TV stations and radio stations be bring so royalties in co.
Yes,
and I think it's a Gamru ni sanko from they are not cracking the whip. You see, copyright system, copyright. Dear, you feel near group.
So, and you said they are not cracking.
No, but if they are cracking the whip, about the same will be at Tonyum. So obi to me Tonyum bebre ni amano. I feeling na yes amano 5,000 cities.
Unim me say there's a law backing them. Say ofu obi ade da the yard say omano we royalties. Fine. But so mu share mranu mukina. Now one in the sense that say taxes bebre enam kwem ebobonjom pen drive
ni nyina eso mo
say ni na no minim say there's a certain tax be edaso sa pen drive ne external ne
if you call you book photocopy cry you must pay copyright.
Yes,
but the copyright law makes room for fair use.
But who is a hano the structures are not there. Say walk rana intimi ye because obi be tonjom almost 20-30 years now okoje the royalties na obekono you say 500 cedi but only be a book match no only be a book match no now even though he or she doesn't deserve that but sign our books them so what can they do
is it also so many systems are omodejiji me nim say be a systems no yet technologically effective enough.
On say I think say oko abrochia the system no ho yi intina say most of the musicians in be brede omonjom eto most of the way I can say internet platforms.
Okay,
so no obi download onjum obi ti onjuma there's a certain amount omunya. So I say omungina shift away from say a musician be born jum now say o jina bomb jum
and
because and then presenters and DJs in the class so SNG or music account on what why not there no that then bro
no so obi you see your system ideally even radio stations and TV stations yen yesanke etua omo yebo monyumka
oh of course
but in our system no DJ no kura na eji uska sabi nya DJ fo nyina netesa sabi DJ phone mu bi and ebe ji uska nsa no wabonyum which is against your copyright content. Wow, anti system no angasa no I don't know. Maybe ye ku enemy no. Ebe ye but kwame wo hwe gold, diamond, bauxite. Any niema ye war. It makes sense. Say kwame di akon eka say the sight of poverty makes him cry. Meaning Ghana Kresanka every month, we are Ghana near. We found Ghana card, any bank of your choice. A quadruple 400 Ghana cities go button.
Our politicians are very, very greedy.
Most of them.
Most. Because I don't get it when a politician would say, Watina Ubia Watina Buchi, Wakusku, Waye Juma ho, Wabobra ho. Na onim abuchi system na also all free or abagana abe implement the same thing na omado du ha ye be mo makonya na kotena konya no so na omkwa na omadana de no ama sika omenya ni na no abom nchen no mubusia ho miwa obi wo abanjunum no I don't get it when the president or no the first gentleman ni pay esa obi ono ye Cocobot CEO GNPC CEO Ghana Cars CEO name them
o mind be bodamasa
na onu no pay
so say because article 7 look e be hard more o mind say in those companies or institutions na bo me dey no a board no by law they determine monument
chairman
and no remuneration so
chairman
but president the parliament no I agree
how can the president who appointed you
but it's the fault of the constitution
and
the fault of umrano man
you who him name appointed
no what they use alaji amemajuma as salary I don't say alaji
how na ukoshinya ma omoji entertainment allowance
almost special skill because Bank of Ghana governor me no can say the salary every month 1.3 billion
how
it is 1.3 billion every month and only a salary 1.3 billion
oh God
are one or two
Ghana let's plead with young papa John Dramani Mama say we do a bar on that they say that obi enu obedi pay say no
as in president
but sometimes I don't get it.
No, sometimes they talk of a special skill.
What special skill? O continent cocoa board ho. Now we be almost 600 million, 700 million, 70,000.
Yeah, a month.
80,000. O continent o Bank of Ghana.
Yeah, GNPC,
VRA, ECG,
Senate. Oh, baby, na come on with you. It's kind of near the piaka.
Because
I know what you say.
Ose
as I want to me so just say
ose about 743
oh master say ku for
oh na say
na be say o ka so be 600 million and obi gi one and I'm say wo so wo gi sen
I mean me a private person no say the homogeno the homogeno me o ka me de boom 10 years 10 years
akwame o ka me years kwa henya
o ka me de 10 years boom so what if inti enona I'm a poverty no because say if okobrani eji 80,000 a month yet to take a tax free mukra
me say 70,000 president eskabi a ogibi ya yebechim have onye adwuma na kwatran so bi be
no me dey say o ye president oba say president eji 30,000 a month so that's or 10,000 a month obia NG below o ye wan na hwe say ye tete saska we na so na say ye de boa amanfo a
ye betimi aye mama ko last story na me 10 minutes be and then me pesa me kasa fa 24 hour economy
no
Mr. Griffith Abedru,
yes,
former National Identification Authority was Mira Hanum. And 2000 nipa ba me ense na yechiro
yes
yeah and ye chiska
yes
eti me pa cho fa phone na ye chiska me da se kwa waka me especially na Saturday ni de odum se ngofo hia ska won bottom eti me pa cho ye kwai *413 hash aya de kan ye ne fast se na be obi ni wanim aha ana nwa so me mamu agenda no wahu say bi a pay 50 Ghana bi no twa no 55 Ghana 55 Ghana behu say wo number no be bebere wo machine nti raf no koso na wo de na peke we ye nkyerɛ other ones no meka no say twa wonni da bi me kyerɛ kwan abɛfo so we di no wahu ana eba no say wo de 50 Ghana na 100 cedis for instance or 200 etwa saa one nimpa o numbers no was system no wahu so chances are that your sign boss wo de no be peke all right it yanko *413 hash *413 hash. Let's choose option 2. Option 2 near Accra FM. Yeah, ne follow. My main card for the last time. *413 hash. Choose option 2. What choose? Yeah, option 2 near Accra FM. Na follow near Okachero no. Enche skaba be good phone this year. *413 hash. And then jero ho pa na so dibi. Jero ho me wani fagidie ye. *413 hash. Let's choose option 2. Me no be din komo afa 24-hour economy briefly, but Chris Dollar, I say I am an MPP man, and of course we told the MPP not to elect a disaster Bamia, and here we are now, and we cannot sell him to Ghanaians. No Ghanaians are willing to buy the reckless or licensed driver. Mates, okay. Now mate, I say mukresa motiase. And your mate be nim car count. It say car kwa say baby, na say bia driver ye ni na driver so yare 20 minutes waswa. Mate no nim car no go timi car na shenza. I just see some different driver. So the fact say obi your mate interest say driver ni wa yen fa car na she mate nsa. Enye mate ni bia na nim car ka. E bia na on try. Afi ni ye kire na de. So mbesi mu ko wudia. Okay. Ghana is going to the election on 7 December with Ashanti's People's Party. Which one is that? Derek Aetios, good morning, bro. Lucrative, Nu Nana Seke, Samo Fire, Hassan bin Abdullah, for the Sawasi Ami. Okay. My messages, you know. Masawood Bantam's Ghanaians are well discerning and wouldn't fall for the tricks of NDC to deceive the masses. When the NDC was in power, JDM described himself as dead goat, but Bawumia described himself as man of possibilities. Okay, honestly, King Pharaoh, because made the good soul of Commander Bobie's mom rest in perfect peace. Patrick Emin Getias, good morning. Stella Nyanam is crying. Freddy Abenozevi, I say, good morning, Nano to that. Can you please send my condolences to Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansa and tell him that they are with him, phobia. So my condolences to Commander. May the mother rest in peace. Kwakutando sense in his own. Jesus clean heart to see may her soul rest in peace. Kwabena, my condolences to you and your family. May you take heart. Okay, so a lot of messages there. Keep sending your messages. Make them on and kakra. But Nkofo they can't send no messages. I think say me ya yombone. Wise man Castro say I am blessed. Chumwa Miriam or say I have won the contract. Yes, by faith. We say good morning, Anna. Good morning, dear. Mechia papa. We say let me see. DK Paul and so I send the message we had DK Paul say I am so. I am so many state owner across the world. Okay, that's great. Ujaba, I say good morning, Chief. I will never die before my time in Jesus' name. Okay, so a lot of messages there. But let's come away quickly. I am sure, sir. Some more follow me. Abra free SHS. Nana Akufo the car say nationalizing them. And let me remind you. Enye Nana Akufo na the free SHS buy. Don't be deceived. Me cannot crash it all. Near was share free SHS as Ghana, your friend or Sergeant for Kwame Nkrumah. Was shall see with the 3 northern regions. And when the free SHS as a shall here. We are no free on the more. The next person will be say Mukina, John Dramani Mahama. he started with free senior high school but na a day and until no sisi sa e-blocks no. But even before John Dramani Mahama no, my young man penny JJ Nikufu Abaso, omo boy Emma primary unit no, and so you free with the government. Until Uko primary JHS, then also you free. JJ Rollins Nikufu be boy yes ejuma. And son of Mahama so ba was say only article 25 or say it say Yahoo din betumi a ye boa na Yahoo sua no ye kwe dem ni nyina ye free nti ono so starting with free SHS but ne de no e day John Mahama de no. Na Kufa no so buy na on nationalized free SHS including boarding. Is na Kufa do adwuma ye na kwa ese omampani Kufa be ye mutual health insurance. Sa time no ukra omampani Kufa health insurance card na a limited to the confines of a district. 87 Ga East district mint me fan national health some mutual health insurance card no enko me kromo si no fanti akwa south enya adwuma ana atame so buy a running for the currency and on nationalize national health insurance it's afraid the ukra one card utimi ko nyampanduru hospital the same card utimi ko bi watechiman the same card ubetimi de akwa Jamestown the same card ubetimi de akwa mikro machimosi no eti enupi na esia na Kufa came to nationalize free SHS. John Dramani Mahama started here and a day. Now listen. Time whereby no one follow anybody who say na otu Darko, I am one of the journalists you supporting free SHS agenda because good. It even though say na say the NDC phone be can say and free SHS mu ano ye jira ya na so ye kan okurechire to me. Say munya sansem no. Munya sanema no. Sata mu wabam mo mako schools akase we bruchire be ka kire say free say munya sane man but enumpo no people like John Mahama and some other people when this were not even saying say be good but they were saying something kakra say the better implementation be better because ntia John Mahama must start to see e-blocks for they say free SHS the bar e be increase the intake it will need the needed infrastructure to accommodate them and on a day say red gold green system no eba no because free SHS no buy no obi a person go school but school die no way eti enka na Kufa do esa nkotwa John Dramani Mahama e-blocks no so sini bebre na e bia nka ne second term no wa implement free SHS by then infrastructure do no we no could accommodate the free SHS but anya sa now in the same vein ana 24-hour economy biba and there are a lot of naysayers especially Mati MP before pennyphobia when put these big projects sir and that's why we are there we betima Ghana such game changer but who say a big cassette and I'm asking say a thing consider ben am some phone you be do okroma National Employees Association pay the catch say 1 year ka say mapunu bien we betima form adwuma was it babu bien we betima form adwuma mo because baby e be form adwuma ni nyina e ho twoku e ho block Ghana mpanimfo ongro ma hyehyem Kufa do busuafo ye dwon won ma etu bien we betima wurem ho then you have a gentleman in the person of John Dramani Mahama makacho say ni obewi ni bia hey in case ni obewi ni bia Ghana ni but the credit make kachira so he want to introduce a 24-hour economy ebi mu say 24-hour economy no enye papa and nkrofo ekose nyina bebra ko school nkrofo ekase nyina bebra tira brochiro they know say 24-hour economy no applicable in a lot of countries in the world. And then more 10 minutes to address this. I'll be brief. Countries like China engage in 24-hour economy and a bomb papa. Oh, let me come home. Countries like South Africa, they are engaging in a 24-hour economy. Eti denti na ese trawo na amanyosem hununti obi tun futuro gu yani say 24-hour economy no enya ade abeboa. Oba na otifie no say 24-hour economy na ba ana adwuma abua nchenka oba na onya adwuma nye. Our joining crofo omo di diamen ekense hunu esan papa wa say na be ya they will escape accountability. Now let me tell you. Again a 24-hour economy. Me John Dramani Mahama dream. And I don't even want to go by John Dramani Mahama policy. Maybe church them per the research am here. 24-hour economy no engine na who are doing free their name 24. over Facebook as share me ye man no kura ni ndi ntro no so ye hwe to me anim ne kan no kura ntra me na no pe eti ye nyina ye nim se yesi abaya dwuma de ye kon 8 hours eti okwa anopa na wotwe a ye se nyimre no onum no aponye sa eno no ye 8 hours economy tieniye eti ye ka 24 hours economy a ne ye kire ne se eye non stop working economy eti kire se obi ko 8 hours na wo pon ye no e ka sankro fofoforo bi nso ba 8 hours no mo pon so mo su ko 8 hours no mo pon wa esa say 8 times 3 remember 24 you have the last set of people mo su ba 8 hours no mo pon it means say anka enipa say 8 hours pen and crofo ye juma this time no ye benya 8 hours baako ne yase anya 8 hours mienu ne yase anya 8 hours miensa it ye benya 24 hours working movement na ode ye samas we more simple mass ye fa ne say Ghana say sia enipa emaburu ye fa so de ode enipa ye juma ode abaya juma krampo de enu 1 million but mama for private sector nkan nti evan so de nipa ekura juma out of 30 million enipa o de omo active service evan say 10 million sancro for 10 million wo mudu do no a 90% or more within the 8 hours bracket tell me here more be another 80 sa 10 million juma in the first 8 hours bracket no say about 24 hours economy to say about 10 times 3 it is that sank nipa 10 million people for 8 hours no this time no you be nipa 30 million occupying the 24 hour economy because medical tell say first 10 million baba ya juma for the first 8 hours oma pon coffee oma jom sika gombo bottom now the next 10 million abaya juma for the next 8 hours 8 plus 8 making 16 hours no mo so jom sika no mo coffee then the last set of 10 million people so baba ya juma for the last 8 hours making 24 no mo so jiska egombotom it is 10 million no na e wo hono mo a e bi omo ya juma no e ba double aye times 3 also in pay na opedin no I'm asking who's won pay na opedin and I hear people saying say 24-hour economy no e wo hono mo dida now listen free SHS say ba no na wo dida so do we say or must we say yemfa asidani nyina ma joma hama so start free day school na because then I could find the free SHS man na free SHS what did in fact ansana mahama credit start free SHS no na kwame nkroma start free SHS so what are you talking no I started primary free primary what are you talking about asaba make say so the fact is say yeah what hospitals be and now some few companies be every day through the 24-hour economy and making a 24-hour economy. Don't forget, we can't tell mutual health insurance. The fact is that Kufobe mutual health insurance na saka the yejuma district per district. Ain't mean cross district in Chesana Ghana or national health insurance. Because sanka Kufo mutual health insurance no enu kwa na ya ankatamems enye national health insurance. So the fact is that some companies work Ghana 1 or 2 we operate a 24-hour economy. In Chesana Ghana we operate a 24-hour economy system. And let me show you quickly. So I'll go China, go and do your research. And yet China, there be an 24-hour economy. Major cities, major province in China, and a 24-hour economy. But the difference is that it increases people. It enhances employment. My from South Africa. And maybe I'll run you through some of the sectors. Maybe on Facebook, I share my same way. Maybe sing 40, especially a cronfono, a cronfono, yes, Sacronfono, a cronfono, Monsano Montier. Now listen. Near the kind. Adhering an association, even using the South African model as an example. The simple mass are much lower. And as I want a 24-hour economy now, they're from the shift system. That is how I call it, from the shift system. Sesiano, the unemployment deficit in the next 5 minutes maybe 5 minutes, another 3 minutes, 5 minutes. The unemployment deficit, say you know 14.7%. And yes, sir. It's a 14.7%. So can we imagine say nipa 10 million say na me kind the way Juma Ghana says here because a 8-hour system. Na see no 24 hour. All this 14.7%, you know, they will be consumed by the 24-hour economy. It means that you will have very little people at any Juma Ukroma. I didn't pay Juma. When say your recreational centers, Juma Najo. But only to me Juma because and some of these areas, yeah, beaches. Night beach, night beach. Night beach, correct power. But how can you operate night beach in this country? Because only security. How can you operate night beach in this country? Because there be a pharmacy there pong, or pharmacy onya. How can you operate a night beach in this country? And not possible because a quality is soon. And a John Dramani Mahameka say some of these sectors, for instance, in area of tourism, no, say beach be operating, for instance, and yes, I know about beach, say beach be operating an apart to enumerate, now be a bedroom 10 or upon. This time, no young pong, beach no more operating from an apart to the next 24 hours. Near more security. 80 say a beach, ever say beach be a friend nipa be 100. What it means is say beach be a friend nipa 300 because this time about 24 hours, 100 times 3. Look at the number of beaches I walk, even in Accra. Number of youth saying the better employer. Let's do the manufacturing companies. And your manufacturing company be an age manager. A big one of baby almost an chromosome. At the employment level, no, a baby costro. 1 year to one baby, and I hear the say and Crawford University, the piano money. I don't hear that. It is a new year that they are, and into the young man support 24-hour economy. Send a bay, Juma Boo, Alan Crawford, Juma. On board, former General Secretary of Femi Pikachu said, Omo Beja Juma, a Juma Babu, Ghana, Momba Club, Fokura, a Juma, Ephraim, and a Juma Ghana, and then a Juma away. World Bank report, Statistical Service report, any other international report say there are a lot more youth being pushed under the poverty line. Oh, these are some few areas, metro, financial sector, bank, ben, the fact is, we'll be operating today, we cannot start because say ya come market, for instance, not the Bromo Yajuma, not beaches Yajuma Najo. Nightclub gusu ye juma najo. There are other schools come back evening classes. Omi ne swadia najwa. Definitely so business car. Scan your put one first scanning coffee because akron for back oje enti asa okọ night bank. Wow. So these are areas you never to be abua. Na sa 24-hour economy no aye juma. What it needs is government support. And John Mahama has promised they are going to give security. But my senior he's going to provide security and it's any money. Oh, it is a year in South Africa. It's good. And the bigger 24-hour economy. And then trust a trouble in your 24-hour economy. So yes, now China more and your trouble be a 24-hour economy. But even though you bet me a trouble on back as my 24-hour economy. Restaurant in Yampong, a Juma Babu, Mabruba Jumaye, or Beata to the Moromash and Muscles are still or no feeding the battle. It's million, maybe one day, make sure in a special time. Number one, I say what the 24-hour economy means. Send your young movie support to free SHS, no, you best support to 24-hour economy. See support to free SHS, no man, no Kufado buyer. You best support to free SHS. I'm on your say, you best support to 24-hour economy. I'm on your so bad 24-hour economy. Or I'm the president, do what to implement this policy. Journalists for when you to send a million, win the journalism and yet entertainment in this area. Can you credit to me? Well, you're going to India, but Mammy Cheska one, you're going to India. Me batch off our phone. Star 413 hash. Me chose cases here. Scabba the good phones this year. And now Crawford breed you say be do 2000. Nipa be 3 or more di 2000. Me kana Crawford you say and na memory da e bi kwa ye bi kwa wedding. Bra pe kakra so botum. Me kan e kura former NIA boss wa fa the phone. Onu kura be twa TV. Hwe na o sere no. Star 413 hash. Star 413 hash. Star 413 hash. Mesro choose option 2. Eno ya Kra FM. Na follow prompt no. That's right. Medi utu Darko. Yanko da kakra. Na emra medi nkomo.
Hey, say the Mako who our Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic no. Me who credit me. Say enunti no manya award wa. Eya world best. Obian transe Emma Dumpem ya de. Ka say anase boya de enkan to dem bio.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Asa nyarwan te say ne ekuro etu no. Ne enkan ewo nanum. Oba na be mo pa wo. Ene enyarwan kaye.
Nansi ma meka say ene spinal cord ho ekaye no. Greenfield ada romenti ene wasa so de gina na so epiem.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our ultra modern laboratory and a diagnostic machine sir. Ashushe di pedie di mwankasa. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our Nungwa Dogon Estate Junction last stop. Frewa 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898.
Greenfield.
God is our healer.
Greenfield.
Your last stop.
I believe. Yeah. Suzuza.
The incoming president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, flag bearer, Zima National Democratic Congress. Also, in Chiamo Bibiara, or it's a democracy. Sara, LKM, Maniganama, Grata Shishene, economy, water to our pants. In education system, I was say, friends and family government, or Kodo, the current administration, I watch her, Mecha Hashepa, or Kodo, a shepherd, Afraba, Obibiara, Asgana, yes, the Awochena dos. And you know, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say, when you our everything crap to Erica Bob, they have built Ghana together. As the Morisha feel why and ever support in the campaign for 2024 election. JM 2024. As the Morisha feel why and MDC good governance card in the B. Good governance card, Yakada, Edge was there support JM 2024 campaign. Good governance card, what did you do? And Mawusi Kanyama was in the bottom. I was so agile. One saw one pedal what the good governance card when it's Kaya 40, 30, 10 citizens or so. About to abo short code star 248 star 6 hash. Now also ascend the was it. Good governance card. Epedage was in support to JM 2024. About to a friend 0534 000 261 and now 0531 033 503 and now 050 982 3400. You can on internet to do www.ndcgoodgovernancecard.com. My young Kambo, they am build a Ghana together with John Dramani Mahama. Nyamisha.
All right, time check 12 minutes past the hour of 8. Yatanasi Ayebedi Nkomo Enyina Yura Honorable Griffiths Ofihanum, former National Identification Authority boss. You heard him say Inyanumwaka Babekanyensa Kafui Amegani courage to Nipepu na Yedin Komo. Of course, and near me ne that Punutia Yakan wasem State of the Nation address and Yebisa said Dumso Abba and a Dumso MI Mekai Mahama Breso Ema Dumso or see Mahama and so Nadia. Oh my way, ye chumo. Ye pin ye mudu. We should stop this oh. Especially in come from. We should stop this. No, ye nyina found so be a kroboni or ye sebiteni or ye igbeni fante achem sante bono so ye nkran nzima or ye krobo adan or ye guan. We are all one people pledging allegiance to the Ghana flag. Into your dentines will beat a swat as when you nipa. Near Hina Nima Candia 10 times some United. Kaya drink to the basa basa. Mekai Pao Muhammad so Mekai near journalist for a day John Muhammad Kroma. I will do so home. And so another I say, you would the echo. But this see, I rather bet you be out. Anyways, honorable. Yefa dum so chassis. Esi Kumasi for brepa. Papa, penyo Kumasi slim nyina. Okay, but me ba cho so wutie mi a. Ehfa na wa ye tai dundum light. Me ba cho bra Facebook na betro. Send ebe boa ye discourse na ebe boa ye conversation. So if you listening to us now, e bia ba bia wo no, which region bia wo bia no. Ehfa na ye dum light and ye tai dum light. Ba cho betro na ye nka send ebe ya ECG foot here on be ho adwuma. Accra 100.5 FM. Okay, Yanko.
Yo. Dedi ka mechi atiefo nyina.
Atiefo das.
Yo. Say dumso no. Se ukoya uka ho asem a na enkofo draw comparison say and at JM no we had 3 years of dumso. And a very important say be shase free ho. Near hunu de ekofa sa dumso no e de bae. Say dumso no se ohwe enkroma time wa ye akosombo no a na enko betimi use one turbine pe based on the power need for that current year no our year akosombo no, and so create several of the turbines.
Okay.
And the reason was that our drain here kind say enche bia no ebe ehun be banfa so say Ghana ha be bia tokru bia mun kakane abewo na aboa ama oman no tumpon. Enti the generation capacity o create here no na e bro de ohia no immediately no so. Na under JM no 2 things happened. One, if you remember the gas pipeline from Nigeria which was an act of God. Feed the plants emma yenya power. A pie nenye JM abai no mfum so and the man basa.
So on control
pipeline. Exactly. And it is not even running through Ghana alone.
Yeah.
A idea running from Nigeria edeba Ghana. That's number 1. Number 2, a lack of generation capacity. Say yenina yajia tum se ebia yewo enyinam kanea ebia pim. Na sa enyinam kanea pim no. Eno na ye yusu ewo man mu. Na edi kan no na eye ebia regional capital senkwa na yusu. Enti say no omu yusu bia emu 500 pe. Ena abanya hodo I buy free a teacher JJ Rollins aban so. The bepims man penning JDM time no. Obia efa the akanibia no atrim. Inti ye trim ni na na say apem no sa. Apem dem ye mfa to keko. Enti just generation capacity ya apem a. Eno an ye di bi ko funifuni. Ye di bi akoda aban. Near the bee come and chimsy, near the bee qua, ye take more money in anya been to bedroom baby no. Let us say a tremwa baby a decania codruno. A beer ye hear and pin you, and so you are pimpe in terms of generation capacity. And tis an say, I was say ye building infrastructure in the energy sector, a bit mere a generate more power. Amasa apem no a etosini no yakova apem ni nyina ene bi kura yatra. Enti a hiti during JM time no otu ho anamon say obekreti generation capacity ohwemu a ehọ na car power ships de ho anwan ni adade amere ni ho anwan nyina eba on stream we ka hye nyame an munyam say ansana JM ebe free power no. Now we have excess capacity. 2016, end of 2016, we were at the verge of exporting power. In fact, eventually, Ghana exported power. Which says we can't do that because demand na grow. Because demand keeps growing. Grow accommodate the current year one. So we can't export anymore. So we are no longer exporting power. Good. That is what created the dumso during JM time. And to want to be far from Sono M fam mo JM say, or no kofa dumso ye day, a buy, because no man you know. Ye say, I trade demand mu ama bro your generation capacity so, and ye JM, a buy what do I buy the time in a bit here. And gas pipeline is also no, and no kubuno, a man money. I just say gas bill. And to want to be fast from Sono Emono, but okay, say he will take responsibility and his own words. If I may quote him, say I will fix
the problem. So we had excess generation capacity, and we have been enjoying that since he left office. Now, I want to state, say, when I was listening to the State of the Nation's address, Omampani Eka Assembly, say, we have managed to keep the lights on. What did they do? You haven't even added 1 megawatt of power to the generation capacity. It means the same mistake we are repeating it. Okay, MPP for buy no so take up a contract when we are generating excess capacity which we don't need here the no. And necessary capacity need demand na be pay. It is only logical say by tomorrow now we have a deficit in generation. Because we started from surplus. We are now at par. It is only logical. Say by tomorrow we will have a deficit. So current government should be thinking about what do we do if our demand go beyond the current capacity. And that is not what is happening at the moment. Say Minoka say ECG is sharing between 300 to 500 megawatts of power on daily basis. The difference this time, they say.
At the south region here. No?
The difference this time, they say. Instead, some baboy man here say, you have problem. You intimate talk. A friend say, I don't want no oil, no empha engineering into no. Say, I'm watching you. It's the ability of generating into say, you know. The difference. Oh, expect to say, it be a guada. Or light back off. And most are more than someone, a brother light back off. Now, what in their plan or life? No, one man is and now halfway. There's no plan, nothing. In fact, time I now, Omampani, Gina Parliament, all can say, they've managed to keep the light on the ground. Now, my lawyers have a crying light. Miss light. Everybody. Dansuman Mary who you near Dum light. Kumasi no it's them baby Daman will near Dum Kania. Managed to keep the light on near Dum Kania. And I think that Sa Dumsone Abeno, it has nothing to do with the factors, sir. A creative Dumso during the time, JDM time. No. I heard the breaking of the West African gas pipeline, and then also a friend said demand exceeding a friend's generation. This has to do with the recklessness in managing the oil sector.
Okay, but honorable, over to us, but they share Adiwe holistically with a nationalistic spectacle. Somewhere around late 90s, you know, JJ time, not doom so.
Yes.
Somewhere around 2006, 2007.
Yes.
Under Kufuor. Doom so by no crown Abeka Kufuor ma aso for Kobo Empire war. Dam num sin su mremono. Then fast forward to John Mahama so time. Doom son so by.
Yeah.
Nana Kufuor time. Doom Saba. Don't you say Emras to say as on mine, yenya send this is 70 MPP blame semna like what at the end yenya right. One more not Doom Saba because Abba JJ time. Doom Saba Kufuor time. Abba Mahama time. And then Abba Kufuor time. And then the children say in the future. What are we not getting right as a country?
What we are not getting right as a country, I am you know. Daddy kind. JJ time. Ebesi Kufuor time no. We blamed the quarter level on Akosombo for the doomso.
Okay.
It drew baby ma sabi openusi ya ma insua na even kura ewo amama so ewo krom so a wodom enom.
Okay.
Esabi esi no adware no kura bi bebrewe.
That is
every quarter
JJ time.
During Rollins time.
Okay.
And yes, and not just a water level in Akosombo so had been affected to the level say its capacity to generate because generation of power through the dams, generation of whatever kind of electricity has to do with a coil moving in a magnetic field. See, the magnet at mini magnet at now wires, wire. Now why no move a generate electricity through the wires. So on the now the difference between thermal plants and hydro plants in one year, what moves that coil? What moves the coil in hydro plant? They say, ya mansuo fro bepo na adanya begu bibiti se fan so na tene and your friend turbine. It is no tene a na tene coil no. Na generate. And thermal plant no so.
Let me announce the presence of Courage no nekweku. Mira Ekasama NDC Akwaba. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. You share but yes, share the any share. I'm happy to see myself home. What peace? Yeah. 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 Akwaba. Honorable.
And the case of a thermal plant, they have more or less something like an engine that starts, burns fuel. One of the machines, internal combustion engine, kind of. When it burns the fuel, it rotates the turbine, not generates electricity. No. So the whatever it is, no, it has to do with a coil or a conductor moving. And so no, a what did a coffee now the fall no. Power na deba 10 turbine on so annual brass.
So can I give a layman a meaning how it's applicable because me energy person. But I'm just applying common sense.
Right.
It may not pass, but forgive my ignorance. Say in so somebody it's not possible say a pass as a young temple one chain whatever. Now you into 2 boreholes, thousands of them, near connected through a common pipe will be. Now I mean you realize this in so no echo for ma.
And yes, I so no be the eka.
Okay, in so be no
in so to say river be and one per its natural existence no it's an ibepo
it didn't go to a bepo way
I so better flows I don't know how
I don't know how it works.
It's a waterfall.
Okay, so how can be a waterfall? So let's create our waterfall.
Sentina, the waterhead, no, Wakoso Monia, no. And you see, even on that same river, no, or build another dam or upstreamer, you affect the potency of the fall down downstream. So on the channel. Okay. Entina, Rolling Star, I'm Burkina for a year. Some dam be the buffy papa because it has an effect on us. So anyway, not only the effect of the waterfall, but also the spilling of the water. You know, more or less brought excess water into our ear, make it a problem. So good. And you know, it's not just anything like that. It's the nature of the river at Nyangopo. No. So if it happens, say it's unable to be say it gives that potential energy now. Ebema na ba shedam no so rotating fast na ahodin no a and it be yes idea.
Okay.
So very good.
Okay.
In the Wallace time and Nekufo time no they were actually looking at Akosombo as the major source so ni meche no and relying on nature say Nyankopon adaroma opena asiem hayen. And open some of them were not normal. Internet hit at certain peak times, no. And open no ding pan a mass doom so no day a buy. But beyond that, successive governments looked at okay, let us create buoy dam, let us create thermal plants and other day to support the Akosombo. So that even though hydropower is the cheapest form of power and the most environmentally friendly source of power because it doesn't burn any fossil fuel, no. It is also important to keep generation capacity at par with demand. So I'm saying, I'm saying,
no, but when you go on my technical, I want to make a so it's okay.
And you know, the actual person who sat down accepted the problem as it is and then devised a solution and solved the problem AGM because he said that okay, let's look at
nipa
otenase ehwe say edi pa na edi edam ewo anyinam kaneam ene say die ehia no yentimi generate die ehia no
okay
enti o say me ma won ma generate no me ne won sign contract ma bebre be ka ho ne anya generation capacity no more ebe buru demand no so sebe ya ye here bia no e na afa so no ye dwenhwe kan no oman no e ko nanim enti no de here no se na eye taku a ebe ye simple adache enti no ye generate even more than what we need obi o tools ana mo no pa ayo omampanyin dada John Dramani Mahama woni tools ana mo no. Now I've told you say the gas pipeline that broke together with this a friend's shortage in the generation capacity were the main issues under his and we created generation capacity to the extent that we were even net exporters of power into other neighboring countries. So only Mitchell. And I will my as I speak to you now, 1 for generation capacity 1 megawatt crank down. Bako crank down. And now I don't want to swear oil na one more day a year generation says a 1 month to be in Tiaka. A business okay say Parliament they cut 20-something million,
23 million
Ghana cedis. Nina no, yes, a new boy quite a quatrem. So in the say if we have a prudent way of managing our energy sector, government should be paying its bills. Government should be paying its bills so that that money, in effect, comes to buy oil. Instead of saying, there be any baby, oil. No. We could have rather paid our bills and use that money to buy the necessary oil to power our thermal plants. So this is where the problem is. And because of lack of not generation capacity, but generator generator, just that common. It's not that simple to say generator with you. So
it's a plant.
It's a plant. It's a whole plant, thermal plants. So men find say plants no it's a generator na with you or mine generator. It's only me na generators if you so yen can top petrol from say sana akoye. Any criteria. And it is more or less within the energy sector how financing has been managed.
But say I buy say a doom CC na doom so my.
Oh, na say yes where you will be say the crew medical you about one wa there. I mean it's one na can asem. What say they see ko doom CC no na ade dey CC e nweda. Om ka doom CC am say ben fie mienu ni o. I still are doom CC. Say ekoba say
e bia send am more time munya protracted a period of doom so about 3 to 4 years no e bia this time no ntisa so ka doom CC I mean
so protracted doom so so MPP4 then can quench the Ghana for but we all know say there were 2 issues that led to that
for 2 minutes issues na men
2 issues like I said earlier. Gas pipeline no number 1 and number 2 so the fact that due to demand that are expanding beyond our generation capacity no na the here no bro the etimi so you make out here so what dokono 10 cedis dokono emphasize na 10 cedis ko to mienu pe
baby crowd people no 7
what the emphasize what dokono 100 cedis ebe feel for dinner there be say enwumre aduane ambedi no na wa fa nipa mo abegu fie ma say munipa ye 50 sa dokono your friend say 100 cedis no 20 pieces and so nipa 50 no
okay
so on meche no na what the 2 energy sector no ho
now this year mami
Rollins buy if you remember self-help electrification project SHEP sa SHEP no Emma, so we cross baby na wa koto post pe near the kanya bro. Enti ye chiramu ko baby bebre. In fact before Rollins grand na northern sector upper water say apa ayi ni na kanya ni wo. We on meche no upper east upper west
rural electrification the JJ he did
Adaroma. Enti ye chiramu bebre ko foso be ya ne de ka ho. One more ye no. Na o sanke ye nyina ye dwene ho say Dokono 20 ɛne ɛso yɛ 20 sɛ yɛakɔfa nipa 5 abɛka ho nti ayɛ 25 nti 20 no yɛɛkyɛ na kyɛ obi anya baako ni o ɛne yɛsɛ akɔfa nipa bɛyɛ 20 asa abɛka ho sɛ ayɛ 45 so ne mekyɛ nti sɛ dɔkɔ obi anya half kora ni nti kwan bɛde wɔn deɛ meka nti na ɔsɛ yɛdwene ho sɛ ɔsɛ dɔkɔ no yɛdɛ yɛpɛ sika yɛde bɛyɛ deɛ bɛtɔ bi aka ho yɛbɛbɔ dɔkɔ no bi aka ho so ne mekyɛ no nti that is the difference between the dumsor then and the dumsor that we are experiencing.
All right. Mamina, Mr. Griffith, former NIA boss, and yet saying in Kano, Minia Courage, no net, Pipu, on only Dino, the 3 weeks in the but to say my master. I mean, powerful name. Yeah, but I stand up, maybe some question, dear Hinyamepa, but you know, being so joining. Maybe I told you joining on Facebook, Accra 100.5 FM. Question, you be said, Doom so abana. Na esa sebi taprache okudon pro intimi enko baby at this moment no na wo bia ya yedum kan ya wo hu no enti yesi bra Facebook na betro se dum so ba na hifa na wo na yedundum light na misro utie enko ade afafo ho bra se kwan so na betro ne enkinkan ansana no senior Sly was say think like Nkrumah, fight like Rollins, lead like Atamils, build like John Mahama, but don't destroy like Akufo-Addo. And don't lie like Bawumia. Don't trust someone who lies you, period. Okay, so Sly Kwabenya, Greater Accra Regional we SNA. Okay, Sly, what did you say about Mr. Maminkai, Unia Bidia? Adwa Bewa, losing your loved one is not easy. Okay, I'm sure say or she will be well. Yet Nema may that for me. Richard Sa, say my greetings to the incoming member of parliament for the good people of Akrupong constituency, Honorable John Evans Kumoji. Okay, and also the message about DK Paul. Was how many people are using digitalization systems in Ghana now? But Olaya is not serious at all. Jigbodi Prince, please, my condolences to Bubi and may the soul of her mom rest in peace. Margius, good morning, Anna. Good to see you once again behind the console. Okay, yeah. And then because me the number better your Mekai. Yeah, Faustina Abulu. So good morning, Accra FM. Greetings from Navrongo. Let me do this one. Ghanaians are well descending. Okay. So Roland Bless at close. Good morning. I know too long time. All right. It's you bet me the message about but obi or Facebook beyond copy link na among share MIN. Courage. Maybe say Sabria yewomu. People are gravitating towards cellular intelligence, artificial intelligence, what have you? Technology. Edihini. Argentina, we still relying largely on insured hydro. Now we will not also gravitate towards solar, for instance, because northern regions minim nienti say yema northern region ibia hydro. We are bogukwa. And I'm even with the view say we must make a law. Every government institution must use solar. Every government institution, solar. Na hydro na kano. Yen chema o mindful. Anna.
Yes, Minia Michel. I'm happy to see you.
Mr. Meniaje. Meniaje.
Michel Tie for Susu. And will be a question say is Doomsaw back? Yes, Doomsaw is back. Just that more managing or more person mechanic chain, which is very sad because it had been look at our company now work as a big juma, no more power near juma. Why your plan or your shit, no matter tenacious so omudi omoji bet you moka. We Sintrace ni and now Pama dear, we mechanic, we welder, we sprayer. What is Shania Massa and then spray car 4. Who could read you memoir like Chemeho. And Kamudi share be to what is a timetable be to what. And Kaunim say, and then mean to me spray car. Ne said generator be no be pill. And now other alternative now be prone canawaya. But Omudi a dada Doomsaw and buy it, Doomsaw anyhow, Doomsaw anyhow. So Doomsaw is back. So I think said the earlier Omo manage power plant no and power no. Okay.
Asana yebe kind of kreno Mechiska. And you know, hold on a little. Hello?
Yes.
Although, Sanya, when I yesterday, Musa be fine. Now, who he first is here? I hear actually want to pay.
If I me as you,
Maybe I try to try.
me try 20 cities.
Tiflim never near Academy.
If I show you my place.
80 Munkos Wencha. All right. Bye bye. Enti ye catch them enu bi nso adi no. Enra nipa be 5 will be a 2000. Enti no enenu ye chem bacho for phone dial *413#. Me kasi yana Mr. Griffith eni age. O fa phone no dey ato. *413#. Na choose option 2 ya cry FM. Na follow prompt no. Obedibi ebeba phone so say ya. Beba phones down so to me at hot so na weekend until look sharp *413#. Okay, carry Jango.
Yeah. So enka amunya kokodro no e kan kwan the timetable no by boy pa and when I just say they shaded almost about 400 megawatts of power no mo shade the whole country for the past 2 weeks or so. No we say every day they are shading about 600, 500, 600, 500, 350. The lowest was 300 megawatts of power no shady. That is huge.
But how come shady say
power now you need we are not able to generate it.
Okay.
Maybe a full capacity, you can say 2,000. Next will be a power country no one say above from be 2,500. Okay. Say 500 are short. You need it. Until I say will be no koda
let's say and 400 and shorty.
400 and shorty.
Let's say do some
no. And the main problem Emma Yeshedi power CCNO, they don't have the money to buy to fuel the plants. They don't have the money because currently we don't have enough. Akosombo is not generating at full capacity because we are currently at your dry season. The water is not flowing as supposed to flow. Many Penny Kasano on my very good history from baby Ifria, baby Yedwene. Akosombo at the time of your establishing ye build the Akosombo plant, that was around 1967 and a year. Now on my about 1,020 capacity, megawatts capacity. That is full capacity. You know, at that time, the population was just about 6 million. Because of the foresight of Kwame Nkrumah, he could have do about 1 turbine and a chupe would have taken care of all of us. But on all the 12 turbines in Iran, then we started exporting power to the likes of Togo, Benin, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina. That was the foresight of Kwame Nkrumah. To the extent that Oyenawanjai quickly he started the breed dam. No, when someone made the breed dam, that was a visionary leader. When Oyenawanjai he wanted to make Ghana the hub to export power. He started Bakuna Omuye no your friend said this atomic
Ghana Atomic Energy.
He started that one. In fact, at the time of Omovato, all the equipment that he was going to use to build that plant was there. In fact, now as you speak, it's still there. That was the vision of him. Nti ono Bepsi ya no yakoye nim na bedru around 1977 no. Then we started falling because the population have grown. We are exporting, we've signed contract with other countries. So there was the need for somebody to add more. So at that time, a champion did the count. That is what we call the Bon Dam. That we say one night was a Siano. And then about 160 megawatts. That's what a champion did the count.
But a champion or your Jumo?
So you call your Nimuno.
So not there you preaching feed yourself in the
feed yourself in the buyer. Yeah, call your Nimuno. Population keep growing. Companies keep coming. Technology, but Yame Konim will be unfair count. Will be unfair count and one is also 2 years. So we started falling. President Kufuor Ebaya no, also follow ye ma emisel kofa omo na mo name no Dr. Awurikubo we say toy generators we buy.
Said toy generators, yeah.
And na make
at the time
say toy generators. No, that time we managed the VRA. He was the managing director for VRA. And no mostly be car, but still Antonia solve a problem no. Na Professor Mills me John Mahama so buy. And a problem be a as we speak now. At the time 2008, 2009 now more buying you take over no. The population now grew to almost 28 million from 6 million time I body akusumbo dama to 28 million. Just look at it. So and a technology so bad companies need be then I mean no first no over to coin eco as an one light. They say regional capitals and district capitals. Then every village our light. Some of them are using it for commercial purpose. In the Drew Hono, there was a massive shortfall. You couldn't do anything about it. So John Mahama could have said that, okay, let me also manage it how everybody was managing it. But I said, no, we can't continue like that. Let's fix it at once. So I know Nyakukudronu, I know the Tony home, I know fixing it at once. Okay, how did he fix it? He brought in the likes of Car Power. He brought in the likes of Ameri. He brought in the likes of several things. In their wisdom, they decided that how long shall we continue to carry huge sums of forex to go to Nigeria to go and buy gas? No. So what do? Let's build our own gas plant. And we'll be building Atuabo. Build Atuabo so that we can generate our own gas to power some of these power plants in Wahano. Because it's cheaper to use gas than to use fuel. It's cheaper. And buying gas from Nigeria was expensive. At that time, gas is not coming from Nigeria because they have blockers. We couldn't pay. We needed money. So there was so much pressure in the system. So on Yakukudrono, you build a travel plant and you build and we had the reverse channel so that we can be able to power our own generation. That was how the Dumso was solved under John Mahama. And they even Alaji Bawumia, or radio station I interviewed, he even admitted that you cannot give credit to John Mahama for solving Dumso because he need credit here. Of course, on him saying he need credit here. Now, fast forward, your buyer and our mobile take you over. From the time they took over, we kind of did excess power. Why did we sign so much power? Take or leave agreement. To me, use it. We couldn't use it. These were all the propaganda they were making all over the country.
But at the time,
to the extent that
at the time, many shows in the propaganda because now as a OSS capacity is anyhow kind, and it's in line with what Omukai say Yakope power bar you use because you use so.
That was
the vision. The
Kwame envision and Biana. His Excellency John Mahama and Professor Mills of Blessed Memory. No Mukita. We didn't need that much of power at the time we were building Akosombo plant dam. Then we bought it and exported it. So at this time, the vision was, let's build it, we can export. The market is there. Me by now can some opportunity for our economy. I'll come there and I'll tell you something there. The market is there in the sub-region. Benin here power, Togo here power, Nigeria there Boboe, huge market, over 200 million people. Let's generate the power and we sell to our neighbors and make income. Forex. So there was nothing like excess power. And moreover, at every point you must have a reserve of a minimum of 200 megawatts. Minimum.
Reserve.
Because yes, anything can happen and you have to fall on that reserve. Okay. So this was the idea. So there was nothing like excess power.
It makes sense because if you are not of plants, be accuracy.
Exactly.
So we are doom here.
Yeah.
Excellent. You fall on your reserve.
Exactly.
But Mami announced the presence of Kafui Amega Kafui Abega Ekasama MPP Miami Bra Penia Sawe Mama and so Nebum who said yeah the chim say they says Ghana Utim China is a enquire Mao was here to say honorable form the enemy. It's a Kafu if you are more. Or better in India doom so about maybe first.
So the EU council they cancel some of this agreement signing with the vision to generate more power and sell. With the propaganda because no more per se Ghana for they were creating the impression before Ghanaians that we have signed bad contracts. That was the impression they were just trying to create. And then
the time I used to think so, but with Asaba Okai say almost all the time, it was a reserve. Now, me round so clear as I said, and Kaye Doom CC, for instance, assuming without meeting, say Doom CC be one more, we always fall on that power. Send a bay a yen that, so there was nothing like capacity be exercise. I mean,
there is nothing like that. Look, we are. By the position of Ghana, we are at a very advantageous position to sell power and make more money, make forex.
Okay.
So there was nothing like that. Okay. Since they took over power up to now,
for 2 minutes,
do you know they've not added 1 megawatt? Nothing. But they keep telling people that you need to solve a problem. How did you solve it? They can give you. As we speak now, the IPP are still they are owing them almost $1.6 billion. Not Ghana cedis. The independent power producers they are owing them about $1.6 billion. What is there? And they keep threatening. Someone try a care bet you better cut you off, and they keep negotiating with them. The other time we saw what happened, and the finance minister, the former finance minister, now the finance minister international, came to have to meet them to negotiate with them. Okay, so they've not added anything to the power sector. Okay. And unfortunately, the country is in. We are back to doomsday, and they are not telling us the truth.
All right,
they are shifting it, and then they call Ashanti region. The next time. Volta region, the next time Northern region, the next time Greater Accra region. That is how smartly and they are trying to manage the situation, thinking Ghanaians are stupid. Ghanaians are not stupid.
All right, courage. Lune Peku Ekasama NDC and Yatin Kenya Richard Sa. So
the me for way came fast and sana mimia pin in Burma. Me Barona will can be say special skill. Until now, Omuji salary be even more than the president. So, a professional, and now in India or particular area. Now, and until now, we try to be now the Nako to Adiananwa. So, you expect some performance, and I'm but look at all the state agencies. Are you almost as Are they making profit year by year? Go and listen to PAC, Public Account Committee. Read the Auditor General report. It's loss after loss, huge losses now you're recording. So where is their special skill? They are 2 years and say Bank of Ghana, 68 billion. Look at that. Where is the special skill of some of these people that we are paying them huge sums of money? So it has nothing to do with special skill. If you are being paid, managing Accra FM has here, I expect you to give me profit as the owner. Because I know you have some special skills to put in and make profit for me. But at the end of the month, I have to go and look for money somewhere to pay workers, buy equipment. Then you say you are a special skilled person, taking more salary than me, the CEO. I mean, does it make sense?
Yes. I think so. What will come up? Chris Dollar, I was a sack NPP 7th December. We said, in fact, Akufo-Addo Bawumia government bragging extensively that we have the men. All we have from them is a crashed economy. They have lost the moral right to ask for a renewal mandate, kick NPP out come 2024. Or also the message or the buy, I mean, last one. Okay, Elizabeth Fojo say, good morning, Ghana. Good morning. Kingsley Kojos, that's a brilliant idea. Nana Otu Darko. Okay. And to go to my journey conversation on Facebook on Accra 100.5 FM, between the Nana Otu Darko, say and Ugo Suti Honorable Griffiths, former NIA boss, Mira, Odina no CCCA courage, the net Kasama NDC. Minia penny courage, Makafui. Kafui. Okay, would you confusing me? Twin brothers, courage, Kafui, so our Abani. Na ada na modi akwese dum so
na me da se bebe ma me fa fidikesi so na me fa nchia etiefo a omutie titu arefo a omde abeso ntintan fidie etie ya chiomu nyina na no pay se enne ya gada wa ha se nyina ye be adwenkyerɛkyerɛ mechia me amenu apani kwame
se ne ohwe wani mu me papa
tiasie se bi o ma ye ni nyina ye nkontumpu se mu nyina me ba bitutumutuko
nti dum so ni
o tiasie pa
propaganda machine e ba
tiasie
propaganda machine
wo betu chama no
onye propaganda man o machine angasa
machine
na machia mi amini aso courage makafui na so bi catch us say dum so aba sinihu mini apani mini courage nkontompu sem ni akohisa mu nkwa
ne abepe wo mpa o kapa ba na say o smile yo
ya nkontompu sem won se wo petumi a omo former president e kon se fa nkontompu sem kakra na fa na ada kakra na odi aka ho na wa ma wa asem wa yede wa asem yeda na edidem won krofo trim edidem won krofo trim okoda na popo bribri ache no na ode na ekọ uria na afedi obo se sei na nokra ebi no ma ya lopai but Ghana for discerning Ghana for nim nokre no omunim mra ya ba mu na babafo kora omuntumi enye adwuma na na mre bi etwam na nke ba cry fm hanom a na noise generator noise to krenti no ye kasa na ese ye kasa tietem ye kasa boko se kura se kikamu kakra ye beko no na ye ne afa. We survived, we stayed, we lingered on because ni enim se emre papa bi ewo yanim. Whilst we were in opposition, we kept telling them that the mudi di Ghana for enye fe. Even as at this time and kiya kwa about woman, it was a worst moment. And one no former President JDM or share your new catcher and say, and your mobile phones and maybe I better have a baby deliver me messaging. And na ama dum so aba. Eti ye pare use mobile phone, telephone, yen use tobacco. These were the things we heard from him, a leader who has been touted as solving dumso. These are the things we appreciated, the pain that was inflicted to us as Ghanaians. A leader who was an inhumane president. A leader 1 year in Ghana for no one need tema. This is the kind of leadership we got under JDM. Nana, whilst we were in opposition, we kept telling our people in power that se o pese o solve energy problem a ye 3 legs stable be an 9. And nine back where woman ne say your generation, your transmission, your distribution. Sa and 9 years say one fine year you ma no how. And then an because of sikadie basa. Sikadie basa no mun o mun ni Ghana ho dagene. Na Ghana fo nsu a no mo sere. Because yesu na yo mo sere. And you know, they were only thinking about how to generate because that was the avenue to extort money. Nana you amari June ketase any proya ekoso. And inti yesi JDM say wo hwe corruption ba ko ebo ne pa corruption by sea and only amari. That is what Ghanaians felt. That is what Ghanaians saw. That is the pain, the agony they went into.
Mobile no more renegotiation be no.
Nana me kaba me break so also omo kasa no. kasamucha yasi abewu me my experience be that but you kasapa no bi tranke tu tota na fe na wo sanko etira sanko dwe ne ho ana wo de aba wo mo flow no ntima me flow
oh ba me ba
you na pe enchechemu bi a I'll give it to you wo mo nim say na mete ya
pon show
ni ampon ye me ya etidi atia ne say this is what we felt ya ba ye no na etremodin sem abro any with this semuntino na energy deal so ma say go no na ye IPPs take or pay ube yusu ube tuyamuka no ma ye contract no so basa because so many say aban bi ba obe pese obe sisem nana me tu chema ye current attorney general kwanya wa fa so wa boan na Ghana entumi an moka bia na ye nuan mo fosi ye kofa judgment debt ti se wa yo me judgment debt wa yo me ni aban ni contract ni akofa na be she contract ni asese sika ma ni wadi ne poto no ko. That is the kind of government we were seeing they were running. We didn't have a problem, but we determined say ye be fix it. So when we were taking over power ye nya de mo ka kire ye say enam no amo ba ho no akadompe nti ye be no nwanwan kwan ye be fa so a ye betumi am o man na gina ne na so. But we told him in the face, this is doable. We will add meat to the bones. Into the ye ba no, we looked into the IPPCs. Yenya American ambassador no ha World Bank we Lopet our catch amansen nyina say Ghana how womu ye ne ye enjoy to us. So we looked at it, we review most of the IPPCs, but I cry chaya koma any yansumu nana besine ne yansumu sonny yes GPC agreement no home use machine fidia broni bia use na ye poto na ensen fata eno na ye nuamo NDC for kofa ba say enema ye empower na se be Ghana for say ya de ade agya mo se mo hwesoma ya na atiti say na esamo de ye for
fidie de wen
ni say GP na mabo company ni GPGC okay yom ko farm company ba ko fan ba say o mema yen sa o me ne sign sa IPPB power purchase agreement bi. Now when we came into government 7 years and counting of our government now we tackled major issues.
Before you
I want to go into that.
Before you go there, in the past 7 years, how many megawatts Namudiaka the existing ones?
Nana me submission me mauti say power and sana you know kurasi no ye enne oka the massive power coverage yet to do maka the national grid on na eso hwe ne ma me I made it in my submission meba nana
simple question
nana
ebia 1 2 0 na be there misro
mama sure
no mama tranketi o
Nana, when Sanketu, Nana,
question let me answer me.
Oh, Nana, I said to summarize, and I may summarize them all. So, Fidia, so one for Yanua, a bit Fidia condition as more. Who will get power? You don't get power. So, energy generation, qua and my light. Take it from me. Nana, and I may catch to say, I'll give it to you. But energy generation alone does not give light. Nana, you be count. Don't be too quick to do this.
So you cannot tell me, sir, you're the 10 megawatts, you're the 20 megawatts.
Give me mandate. Makacho say you're bad about. So why are you jumping the gun? I don't know if you're not where you know. What person will sound quite good? So you're
only Benty and Ubu Becosa. Tell me megawatt, Amuba, 7 years, Modia account.
Oh, my 10 minutes.
Less than the Biaka megawatt saying, and
I'm when I'm submitting my one and come about it. I don't know. Pray to me, can't you? No, I hold my baby. I don't know. Pray. I'm going to give it to you.
Okay.
Nana, to come and answer your questions. Oba, we are your friend is saying renewable energy. So far renewable energy using solar energy.
Solar.
We have done 70 megawatts of solar energy power. This is where they are located. We Power Authority, I have 50 megawatts of solar energy.
Okay.
Oba V area. Oma ye 19 megawatts of solar energy. Nana Oba we have several other fields of we are Abaoko we are friend saying Aplauko Mua. There is another way be Yasayo Nana. Move it down. When you come to transmission, Juma Yaya or transmission one. Etumiamenti ye share ni anwa ye the blue power plant share omonsa adia president Kufuor starting omo ntumi amewi.
Okay, and you're not starting Nkrumah.
And I make us adia Nkrumah starting ya yes ye ni anu ba want ntumi amehwe afa ho on be toto papa so sa troka omusu ba no obi ya adia no ma ba beje no mo de ya baso body e dia mo
my solar dia my yard.
That is what they have done.
I'll comment on it.
Nana, and I make us say, Nana, Ututumu Tokura. And that's all woman punch panya no meaning no my restless. But we have decided that is what we'll be injecting them with. So that Nukuran Kwan will be to perform it to him. Nana, okay, so Mammy Biaka.
Now time as
Nana, now when you come down, we are talking about distribution. Distribution, Nana, your network cable, if we Ellen Maron. Yabaya 78 megawatts of distribution. Nana Yesaya Legon pharmacy substation 52 megawatts. Nana Yesaya 33 we Konfuanochi. Nana moving on.
But I say distribution no. So some of their account. Nana
say electricity ayania mamiensa. Se uye eja framanu go
na
wanye de yede ne bekwana na wonya hwe ye nwan suban no
okay
yankope nyama ni meguo ni bi
ho
na make a sure no to be able to ensure na abo this some entino yede we power ne be wo but ye ma ne nko ba bia na mo minister se Ghana fo be da kane amu no yede bekwa komo obi wo ekrofo so. That is the nature of NDC. That is the wickedness of the party called NDC. We're not back at themselves. You're adding so much. You're adding so much to power. You're adding so much to so much power. Ghana for the medium and workum. Mom pay a won't find it. It's in an osha. Not teenage pregnancy. Now doors won't cross it because so many light.
The same fan.
Nana, only like all the places that we have extended powers to. Nana, they didn't have light to charge their phone was a problem. And everything was Nana. Let me see
just one town.
In my town, in my constituency, Accra village, they didn't have light. Accra village, they didn't have. And I make a constituency. Nana, Atiwa East. What's the more crowd? Yes, Accra village. Yes, you want the bomb. Nana, no money light. You are quite a doctor, no money light. Nana,
me baby at teenage pregnancy course.
Nana,
okay.
And I maybe catch yourself because they didn't have light.
Okay.
Nana, the only video they could watch was that they should impregnate people rough. Now, and son of President Kufuor born home day, eco 5 free maternity health care by. I brought you within some chemo. Eti mo friend nyemwa baby mbe kwa kwa so kura a problem. The only thing that helped us a year ya the papa ba ko say Nana Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na adwen kese or dey we first and dual system yi ba ye abofra no ko no oni moja kura quickly hwe me di moja abre no wanya ya di na ba say omna me
me state of the ne
about 3 minutes. When I said the 3 minutes man they are all about they have to recount
a minute. 3 minutes mama tutu ani ono so benya bio
Abraham
mama no na asema o kan bi ho se kan
22
ye de kan o kan no ono na asema o
kan be state of the nation so
yes ono na asema o kan na mi pese mi ya no o se JDM ka se the ama power problem aba multiple mobile phones grow for using tesa yes I know kan ankasa do kan any say do kan any say no ma mienu de di kan no electricity na ye wono ya tiremu ama akoba bi bebri enso so no ye mfa bi nkan ho na che se aduan dada na ne ye chama nipa bebri nya biadie enti eno no ama ekom aba so no me che se generation capacity ye mfa bi nkan ho ne atrem ena de to so mienu osan so ka se the average consumption of a household akosoro first pa wo fa e wo efie ba ko mu a e bi a wo compound house na nipa baako pe bi na wo fridge so on me che no e bia the whole house room use TV baako ye nyina so for dazi ni e no be fie ne ko TV ene e be kura within one family no na TV see 3 a friend say fridge see be 2 so on me che into the average consumption of a household now all my examples no or can fridge or can TV or can sa no man nyina ka deep freezer ni bibia and or can mobile phone so kan ho or kan ho na MPP for mobile phone nko
o kan ya na wa
and yeah propaganda
so kan ya na wa
and me say or can or see the average consumption of a household and or can say fridge say first pan e bia obekọ a whole compound house and families be say 10 ti won na nipa ba ko pe the fridge and family bia or fridge mienu ni freezer ba ko so on me che no and he talked about the average consumption of a household
the not just so
and all can nyina no can say even crampo no excuse me to say nipa ba ko bia grab the need for mobile phones grab about 2 or 3 hour charging nyina and he was talking about the average consumption of a household which was a very very valid point.
Okay, I got 1 minute.
There told me no okay say married deal okay wan say me won be tre mu ma ye finance minister ho di president say kasase ne proye bi ekọ ho under at the blind side of the presidency.
Okay.
Am ye yi one minister di. Good. Then take or pay agreement no. Look, the essence of that and the wisdom in
I no speak to ne megawatt on the account any
what fa hwen kan ho omo fa hwen kan ho solar yeah okay those are those no
mama area
those are utility services one more agent no people like say buida mo no wo ye na ade na wa create solar yeah onu use for the operations ni ade and yes we create solar yeah wo ton e dey man crofo. If you say that, then under the JDM, we came up with a policy say, to encourage households to build their own solar systems. And as they build, so on mention time here energy to sell it back into the friends to take it back into the grid. We did that. So on mention that is a more sensible policy.
Okay.
A more sensible policy.
But that's it.
So and a distribution working. Distribution is what created the problem of generation in the first demand, in the first place.
Your time in the court.
So
yeah. Your time in the court. Courage. Wakasa Mount here. Young state of the
make us say
for 1 minute.
Kasa tin ye call han. And generator power way and a solar way and a solar way. Ghanaians don't have what power. There is do so. They need power. Period. More power, no more using. The welders go to work, they don't have power. Simplers go to work, they don't have power. The mechanics go to work, they don't have power to work. Ibaba now what kind of was them factories are collapsing. Just last week, cocoa processing company back a free zone. What collapsing? 2,500 people have been laid off. No power.
It's all right. My young twas and I am conquering.
Mama, we about to win. Sorry, I'm the fire and
Stanley Ata Apusoi. My condolences to Kabina will be okay. Frank Akoto Bamfo Osenana, it's my wife who won your first Trinity. We don't have anything in the house to eat because I lost my job. Thank you and good job for Mother Ghana. Mpacho also be to star 413 hash. Na choose option 2.
See the digidum
and now Kazu, please.
Digitalization, you didn't do it.
Mpacho woman I say how can you share what you don't have? Okay. Nashur Muhammad, also good caution, bro. It's a good question, my brother. Good question, good cause. Okay. Ebenezer Benelis, good afternoon, Accra FM. Okay, I'm so a foreign country. Elizabeth Fojo, say good morning, Ghana. All right. And you know, my young Ramu state of the but first one I say
one more beyond na de man ba ko pena me fan.
To be fair no.
Yes na sentina me power say.
But I'm person me start we no also. Into my mema time no na.
Na ma me nyimi de anwie na wo de ba be fa. Me pe adada asem bia me pe we bia adada.
For 1 minute.
Na penifo se wo de wano don nwera ebi nwo. Enti no se omugina ha Baba for you better off than they were in 2016 and no munya power every year juma. Nana at the end of the day me bra penny kwame o si o kasa no. Yes average consumption and ɛna mehu sɛ NDC foɔ mo yɛ aborɔ ɔmo mpɛ Ghana foɔ yie adan na metɔ TV wɔ me fie a ɛyɛ ɔmo ya na nanti saa time ani yɛ nyinaa yɛ bɔ TV baako ɛwɔ fie na yɛ wɔ TV baako fie na saa na yɛ ɔmo dɛ na adeɛ baako na ɛha dwom mo sɛ na yɛhwɛ TV baako fie no aboro sama na ɔmo sɛ ɛnama na ɔmo pɛ maa no wobɔ sɛ na ɔmo hwɛ TV na ɔmo nyɛ nufu nkete adeɛ na NDC for the guy ɛnna nyamia dom yɛnyɛ TV wɔ yɛ fie obi atwita ne dam TV saa na yɛ ɔmo ya
wakasa yɛ yo ɔsi upgrade consumption yakɔ
every consumption si anya TV wɔ yɛ fie na obi abetumi anya fridge wa ne dem anya nsu anom no say yɛ NDC for ya we ni san ko famre
national issue
Eti
Eba bring
obi nufu na yɛ den ho
nana survey ayɛyɛ no
mufo survey
na yɛ hu sɛ nkrofo nya TV wɔ mo dem no ama sa problem
ana nkrofo dem go
say national issue liberation nkrofo ejuma
nkrofo me yin time no where
mo ma yen kanu ani brim ma yen fa dia
mo me yin so time no 9
ma yen fa asem we
me obi a 10 ebe 45 okay so tell me
shasi
ana
oba shasi
o shasi so na buy to the shasi
ono shasi abobe mia no enti wo shasi
okay
na waba na carriage so aba but o kan ya na hwe time 10 minutes
o mam 10 minutes ye me na me shasi me na me bie nsem na ni
10 minutes
ma me ni kan summarize asema president
o fa no 9:15 we be 25
ma me ni kan summarize nsem a president kan na afi ye mfanko de kan no ma padi na kasa yo o say real GDP growth for the first 3 quarters of 2023 at 2.8%. And a targeted growth, which comes more or less, they exceeded their own target of 1.45%. Inflation, which peaked at 55.1%, has come down to 23.5%. CD is largely stable since February of 2023. Now depreciation is only 9% per year. Then he said that the gross international reserve is 5.9 billion, enough to provide 2.7 months of import cover. This is his way of painting a very glorious picture of the economy. As Auntie say, so do tending to Motia. Now I'm petting him behind. What you say, Bube. Say, Ufa will height now so dear Motia near. Intimission may matra Motiana. Yes, I won't serious as I will be behind. Let's take the issues that he raised one after the other. And there are so many places I could pick my source of data from. I decided to pick from the government. If you look at page 167 of the 2024 budget, Appendix 1C, let's look at first point he raised, GDP growth. 2.8 exceeded. Under JDM in 2016, we had a major issue in the oil sector. If you remember, there was an issue with the FPSO and Chroma. There was a bearing that got damaged. And you know, the oil sector registered a negative growth of 15.6%. However, even under that crisis, we managed a growth of 3.3%. Under that crisis,
GDP growth.
Yes. We handed over from 2016 to 2017 2 additional oil fields, the 10 and the Sankofa. And as a result of that, in 2017, the oil sector grew by 80.3%. And GDP grew by 8.3% in 2017 as a result of the investment.
One document now can country. so that others can verify.
2024 budget.
Okay.
Go to page 167.
Okay. No, I guess just for the send you be.
Okay,
let's go.
So on the na enne, if you are saying say you have made 2.8%, I'll say more in some amount. Even under crisis, we managed 3.3. We set the foundation for 2017 8.3% growth with an oil sector growth of 80%, which you invested nothing, you inherited. So that goes down with the GDP. Let's talk about inflation. More reckless printing of 45 billion Ghana cedis. That led to hyperinflation in 2022 of 55.1%. More reckless. If you want to benchmark against your performance now, don't benchmark against your abysmal performance in 2022. Let's go back. In terms of inflation, we left inflation at a friend say 15%.
15.4.
15.4%. You took inflation as high as to 51, and this is coming from the president too. I'm glad he is the one saying this. So on the and today you have brought it to 23.5%. What's your more? And some amount.
That's what my idea.
Why are they saying? What say idea na say bia when you F? What say you say no I'm said F9 and no more E8 ana.
E7.
E7.
I'm a refugee.
There be E8.
E8.
Now they are by E8 ya. That's why are there. Still our nya credit too. Still our failure. You have failed with a smaller failure than the bigger one that you created, based on one Kasawo printing $45 billion a year. That is what created the problem, which they accepted. In fact, Dr. Baumiakra Bank of Ghana Baso so I'm printing 45 for them at that time. They accepted. Remember, the 2022 figures were not in any friends saying they didn't dispute that one. Okay, so that is that with the inflation. The CD. I keep saying, say, in the case of the CD, if I should dwell more on inflation now, food inflation alone is 27%. Food inflation currently is 27%. Adia cry who say, when you say Russia, Ukraine, as if say Ghana Hankwana. If you look at all the neighboring countries around us, their figures are fantastic now. Time I register 51, why no more than single digit inflation. This is the countries around us. So, and this is where we have got into under this government. The CD, I keep saying, say, COVID no crime ever was CD. Do you remember saying in 2019, the CD depreciated by 19%? If you remember, I'm sorry, 14%. A little more than 14%. It was the COVID that shut international trade. And there was no need to for China the demand on the CD came down. When the world economy started expanding, and you CD is mutilized level because of bad economic policies that they had put in place. So now, so if you look at, for example, that's also the true state of the economy. That's also say you are a true leader. Bankruptcy state of hopelessness corruption you are not speaking the truth, because we are in a state of total hopelessness. Say no Ghana for a dear say acquire hope kakra ama on say kokromuti ebeye adwuma come December 7th. Na sekoba senka your first year of abanwe and kenya sem ketwa, because at least that tells you that within this year, there's everybody has an opportunity to change what is happening. He says, "Say, what's a champion time no? A champion see cannot kasi yentia. Okay, a champion di yentia di can buy you. What's yentia? Ya di cancel yentia day. Yentia. About where the omun can yentia. Omun di yentia. You are not servicing your foreign debt, and you are touting a CD depreciation of 9%. Assuming if you had to change dollars, and service the debt that you have. And we would have exceeded 20 CDs to a Kabanan can I'm 25, 30, oh baby. But you are not servicing it. And how long can you keep doing that? As an individual, you can claim bankruptcy to an extent. You understand what I'm trying to say? And you know, just who shame one. Not just the state of the current state of the Ghana no, is a state of hopelessness, is a state of corruption, is a state of incompetence, a competently managed economy with which you can put a label on it and say made in Africa by Akufo-Addo and his people.
Well, tell us about me. 2 minutes.
And you know, when you go to
me,
the people,
money 2 minutes.
See, when you go to the people on the street. I was watching a video yesterday. As I said, they are watching. As you are crying, you be ni. And now, when Obi cry, Busano, a free SHS. I said me. I do kind of say, or the Nambako school free SHS. What to book some yako 20 million. And no my man not try and quano. Yak 20 million 2,000. What? Good. And no my man not to try and quire a bro 100 million. You see, 10,000. And no more to toy or the more conquo. So only mechano. Abro 100 million. Aquabako, essay. Yet in the back of day school, our central region. Tell you. Emma, say no. Or so or high down was central region. And the man a banu. None a banner day. Etimiko school. This is the true state of the nation. Ghana ha. A man for a bread, tatting your Betty, ya tatting some, as I say, home cry ye. Now, Bakujina baby, a painty, afa wow, worst performance, a performance, Eddie, a compare, current extremely bad performance, like I said. Yamoensem and bound because while the inflation core 55, it says so about 23. So on the and I think that the mandate that was given to the president to give the state of the nation under Article 67 of the Constitution, to be honest with you, it has not been fulfilled by Akufo-Addo. He has rather come to behave like my brother sitting here. Assembly not trader, no, they are far wale. Now, while so energy or they become while I say no, and so now assembly that trader. So
university, yes. Now, Aquano, yes, what was how to label a fish. Or call a fish, or call enough fish, or just on river, no. Anna, you see, who describe river, but river so, yeah, and I'll start here. A river hosts a fish, therefore.
Yes.
And not drop fish, label fish, no
man no cry, let me even look at some of these indicators coming from them. Just 1 second. Look at the manufacturing sector. You remember them saying 1D, 1F? Say, it has been a successful program.
State of Nation said 170,000 jobs.
Well, to page 167 of their own budget. Or say manufacturing. Manufacturing. Growth in the manufacturing sector is 2.5%. And at JDM it was 7.9 in 2016. So on the mission. If you look at construction, also my rose chain. Growth on my document. Growth in construction is negative 5%. 2016 and JDM was 8.4%. These are figures that they themselves put out.
All right.
So on the mission.
My FNC na I mean, Udo DSC main call courage one me kamusa wait me at Facebook na Kofi my whole message as a good submission from you. I'm so grateful to dear no. Could you future J George Master who be this man about liar version? George Bartels fee say my condolence to Kwabena Henry Welford. As for power issues, it's a major issue. Dodo what area is the most terrible? Kumasi for bre. The patrol would see me that's a doom lights our hon more bra Facebook 100.5 na main kind like a free no ono so ohuno but me cheska star 413 hash star 413 hash star 413 hash Accra FM pese enema ko yema onti fa phone na dial star 413 hash choose option 2 skaba begu phone so sesia. All right, mama ko courage
ni o
kafu yo
mane nkoi
da bi mpeso ko
nana me da sibebre me de man me fama no afri ba bia me ame nua pani kwa me kan nsem o say a state of hopelessness president am kan wa
so we see 41
don't worry me do be 50 kura anya de in the state of hopelessness omo ka say yo mo nhwe o machi ade ba kwa ya na ha adwen no because if we have a state of hopelessness it was when power was bequeathed to us. State of hopelessness is in 2014 when Mia Correa was killing people like fowls. State of hopelessness, but as Ghanaians we still survived. Incompetency is their trademark. They want to shift goalposts. I'm surprised. Nana Ose bankruptcy. I wonder where he's choosing his words from. Now you know when it comes to SHS and no can one semia. Na me free SHS and they discredited SHS several times in so this is an opposition that has not lived to its responsibility and has still remained incompetent whilst they are even in opposition. All in the aspect that Nana, you see, I want to ask NDC under John Mahama policy bang and I want to me the about say a game changing policy. I Ghana for to me a pinpoint. Omu will be a edu college so kasa on kama Ghana for Nana, even if we don't know, under Nana Kufuado, we can tout ourselves with this free SHS and then Nana mutu. And now catch them say obi ko free SHS. Wakoto toniema 10,000. Nana na wo sika. Now be ko to chobox and then ba ko buy plastic. Now wakoto toniema filimu mana so banko nkodia. Do you use that to blame free SHS? How do they get their statistics from? Somebody will also go with the wooden chobox and still take care of the banana and the banana comfortable at school, and you will not spend even up to 1,000 Ghana cedis. And then you stand here and tell me, say, who was a car? What Tony Megu Kechi? Now would the SCA condition you buy school? No, Nana, you are spending 10,000 and yet the cost of free SHS. It is better to go to school than to become illiterate as NDC wanted us to be. That has been their trademark. Let's allow all of them to be illiterate so that when you put something in the paper they can't read, we can only lie to them, say, Omunkonko to Obama. That's it. You decide to say you better educate Ghana for, I'm Ghana for what you say to me, I can kind, so that Ghanaians can be descending enough when it comes to Abatuo. And to say, ne, Oba Enya and to me, Achimota under NDC. Achimota going to Achimota was haram. Going to Westfield Girls was haram. Going to Bocho was haram. Nana and ne, if your child can get access to these places, and then you fend for them for accommodation, you complain. Once you go to the schools, there are a lot of inclusions into this school. And ne, school bang in Adaka say Obako ya or ye dia unya problem. Most of them, even though we admit there are challenges, we know that we have added a lot of infrastructure. Now, me picking my way with education. There is a lot we have added onto education. There is a new university that is being built. Akumadan. Nana, when you come to the secondary schools, we have added on. Nana, we want education.
University in the same way.
If
not delivered,
Nana, me say,
so what if not delivered? It's not an achievement.
It's ongoing.
So the structures are say who say agenda 111. I may not have challenge, but deliver it. I know say you have delivered it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Nana nyabotre odi asamaba.
Na ka we no answer.
Oyiri fa afro. Na we nyabosome nso abeka say wa fa afro nso ontimi deliver. Yes, but then you are lecturing it to deliver.
But also uti me no when ya miscarriage facha me nka we ya. but they be an aqua miscarriage.
And so I'm afraid to be miscarriage. That is how
no, the fact
is show banning you to be miscarriage. That is NDC's lifestyle.
Sebi pennyfuenum Mr. The fact is that Ubinium interest over.
Nana, it depends on the.
I want you to understand.
And I said,
but only part when you know what I'm saying. We know can say
100% to be.
We know can say in the past 8 years, University of Energy and Natural Resources, NDC has delivered it. Maybe we are now counting. University of Health and Allied Sciences, who and you has, NDC has delivered it. University of Environment, Mikrombo, Bunsu Kwamso. Is delivered. So Okasa and for instance E-blocks, Okasa they have delivered it.
Nana
7 years.
Nana
no problem. And you want to tell me what deliver? What have you delivered?
No. It's from the budget.
Now I'm somewhere confused. Your own compilation of somewhere where confused. I'm confused. Man, I guess what you know about you. What two foot travel Ghana for any
and to my being too bad. See what have you delivered? 2
foot travel Ghana. Confused.
Don't mind him, no. Yes, Asante say. I can't own into Manqua and Kadaya Grassafo. And I'm so need you back into. I said to me, baby.
Was some make an
I make a job because I don't know. What's the free time when I'm here?
Ghana for us, no more pay. Nana Jamina and Casaba and Pacho. Nana, you are talking of
university.
Nana, me Pacho. Nana, one man, time with Sam in Casa. Why are you doing this to me? It's not fair. When Kwame was talking, so if you go to Akumadan, you're Akumadan, you know Ghana.
Okay, to us.
Nana, you are talking about University of Environment. The also many. And I said the Obusuno. Nana, what they are so called from one, no, it's university. Were they able to complete that university? What they are so called from one? Ebi na wodi ye pokwasi o. Wo ko pesika beto otoro kan wo so wa ye ko pokwasi interchange. You know jete di jom dey no to ye fa ho. And then now you are talking about Obiodi so you has go and see the state of US now. The additions we have added to US. Wo ko see story building kesiya ba ko na bi sure na de shanko for West University.
It's not true.
What is not true?
I am a former student leader.
Nana, give me the state of
you. A former student leader for NUCS. Be a former student leader for University Association.
Did you go to?
I taught with Vice Chancellor.
Nana, did you go to US?
Me, I was to. Mr. Student leader. So
now to you NUCS. Now boss.
I taught with Vice Chancellor Ghana. We taught all the records.
Okotoa no aka chem say US. The state of US now and the state of US then give me.
I may agree say be a
make someone